So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of From Boys to Men, podcast. Today, we've got Mr. Kaiser, aka Social Breed, aka Jeff Bezos, the man himself, Hamza, doing the question today. But of course, before we get started, let's introduce everybody. First, we've got Craig, aka Craig, with us. We got Reconnecting, aka Mac, who seems to be not here right now, but it's okay. And next we got Dre, aka Andre, aka DeAndre, here with us, drinking apple juice.
AKA
next we got Mike, yeah,
AKA
next
Big Back.
Whoa.
I hear you.
Whoa.
Next we got Michael Jackson, the man himself, Tanaka. Next we got Jeffrey. We can't see him, but he is there as always. And lastly, we got Hamza. Oh, actually, we've also got.
Yeah, why this
we've
guy
also,
No, Mac is funny.
I like the way everyone was just quiet, just Hamza laughing in the back. That's crazy.
Oh man.
And lastly, we have Darko, the man himself. Hopefully, he'll be corresponding with us today. But Hamza, the board is all yours. So whenever you're ready.
Wait, are you not answering the questions?
How are we going to answer the questions when you have to answer?
We've only just started.
Oh, shut up, fam. Are you asking the question, Jerry?
No, you're asking the questions today.
Wait, I can't. I don't. I don't
you.
have the questions sheet with me right now.
Go grab it.
Nah, kick him out.
Wait, can you pull it up on your phone or laptop or something?
I'll ask the questions. Let me get them.
Yeah, you're the host.
How can you come to the podcast unprepared? What's wrong with you?
All right, hold on. Okay.
Why did Hamza sound like a London nigga?
Shut up, fam. The guy's staying in Norwich as well.
Shut up, fam.
Imagine staying in Norwich.
My guy Papa did the sound as well, but shut up, fam.
Are you ready?
Yeah, ring.
Yo, it was done.
All right. Yeah, we started.
I'm undisappointed.
All right. So we've got we've got quite a few questions from Hamza. He sent them to me, so let's begin. First question is: should people be fined according to their income?
Fined.
According to their income.
No,
That's
it's not
interesting. I like that.
I think it's
fair.
I think. Nah, let someone
It's
else
not
speak.
fair.
Let me hear someone else.
Why is it not fair?
Because
Because-
not fair with Nyaram Soro.
No. Let me explain.
Go for it.
Yeah. In order for you to get fined, you must commit some kind of crime, right? And it's only fair for you to be charged what a normal person would be charged. Otherwise, it's now a matter of extracting money of someone just because they earn more.
But then you can get fined for parking your car.
Exactly.
It's like a kind of, if the fine is
Are you going to call that crime though?
parking the car in the wrong place, then yes.
No, but are you going to call it a crime? You, personally, are you going to call it a crime?
If you parked in the wrong place where it clearly says no.
Are you personally going to call it a crime? Answer my question.
Yes, it's a crime. It's a wrongdoing.
Okay. Watch out.
Yeah, so you should be charged fairly.
Say no more. If I see you parked in the wrong MZ, I swear down, blood. I'm asking for
If
my
you
money.
see me driving at all, ask questions.
This guy will bite you, fam.
But no, think about it. If you're say you earn £1 million a year, right? I believe you should get fined for parking in the wrong place at £100. But if you earn,
if the law says you can be fined up to £100 and you commit a crime which gets you fined £100, you find £100. There's no point where you'd be like, oh, let's check your income and fine you accordingly. No,
that's what it
it's
should
the
be.
same fee everyone
No,
has to
that
pay.
should be. No,
No.
like imagine if you're broke and you just barely have
Exactly.
a car and you have like 500 in the bank and they say pay
Yo,
250.
that means if I want to be a criminal and not pay any fines, I'd rather be broke. Is that what you're saying? Because I won't get fined because I don't have money.
No, not like that. But I think it makes sense to a certain degree that you are like. So the question is saying, what's the question? You're fined on what?
Should you get fined based on your income? like taxes, pretty much. Because if
Yeah,
you're from Leander's point, that means everyone should be taxed the same. Then, if everyone gets
No, that's
the
different.
same
Tax
penalty.
is different. Tax is different from
no,
a fine.
tax is the reason why a lot of people are actually broke.
That's true.
Tax is different from a fine.
But then, are you gonna say? Because okay, let's say, what's the base price here? Like, what's like the lowest income you can, or the lowest income you can get is zero, in it. But what's the lowest income you can get in a job, like in a base job?
£12,000. I think.
So imagine a person that's paid £12,000 a year. That's like £1,000 a month. That's pretty good though. 1,000. Oh, but then that's no tax.
No,
okay.
it's not good, fam.
No, that's before tax. No, I'm thinking for a regular person, £12,000, like by
They won't even
yourself.
see that. They won't even see the £1,000 in their bank
Because
account.
you're gonna pay mortgage and rent and all that. And food.
The tax is
Taxes,
what's gonna
everything.
take up the money.
They
But
probably
what I'm
get
saying
like
is, okay, cool. Let's say you live in London. You're on low pay. You're getting 12k a year, and obviously tax, blah 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 blah. You're left with probably, let's say, the basic person probably left with £600 a month, right? After
You
tax.
do realize if you earn less than 10k, you don't get taxed, right? Like if you earn 12k, you will not get taxed.
Yeah, you do. You start getting taxed after 11k.
It's after 12,500. That's when you start getting taxed. It's designed so that the more you earn, the more tax you pay.
All right, let's say 13,000. Here we go. Continue.
Yeah, 13,000.
Okay, let's say you're paying
20%.
you're 13,000, but still you'll be left with about £600-700 a month anyway. You got mortgage, you got car bills, you got whatever, Wi-Fi. Let's say you live on your own as well, so you got food, you got blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff, and then you're left with probably £100, £50
Pornhub premium.
You know what I'm saying? Girls, whatever, going out, parties, blah blah blah. Just the basic life, right? And you're left with probably £100, and then you accidentally park in the wrong place. I'm the only driver here, so I'm the only one that can say this. Yeah, I've parked in the wrong places so many times and been fined so many times. Yeah, that it's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I park in the wrong place. I didn't, like, maybe I misread something or misread a sign. So am I gonna get fined? Let's say, okay, cool, £100. Most of the fines have been here, £100. Yeah, or if you pay within 14 days, you can pay
£40.
Whatever.
Well, that depends how many times it's got frozen.
And I have to pay £100 for a ticket.
Wait.
Dead.
Go back a bit, Tanak. You froze. Go back a bit.
It's a simple question, what?
It's a simple question, but I'm just trying to make people understand the people that
you're gonna have to go back a bit.
that don't know nothing about it. But
No, because I understand where you're coming from.
Hold on, man. You tell my 4G on.
Oh, yeah.
That it makes sense for you to be it's
You
thing is
start. Tanak, start from when you said you parked in where you misread places.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. The amount of times I've parked in a place that I didn't know that. Okay, for instance, I parked in a uni parking and it was supposed to be free, but apparently it wasn't, right? And I'm getting back and I'm now being told, oh, you've got a parking ticket and you have to pay for it. So now imagine I've only got £100 in my bank account and that ticket is £100. What the hell am I gonna do for the rest of the month? And then
pay on the spot.
Imagine an emergency comes up, right? But then it makes sense for someone who's rich or who makes 100k a year or whatever you call rich. I'm just gonna say 100k is just an easy number. 100k a year, and then you get charged on how much you earn. So, like, let's say, okay, 100k. Let's say they take, what's the percentage they'll take from whatever your income is? So let's say they'll say
you make 60k after tax.
What?
If you earn 100k.
you get taxed for 40%.
You get around 60k.
No, I'm not talking about tax. I'm talking about, let's say if you make 100k a year, there should be obviously a percentage that they take. So let's say you're talking about fines, in you're talking about
you don't get
you should
60.
be fined according to your income. So how do they do that? Do they say, okay, 1% of your income or 2% of your income? That's what your fine will be. But how would they calculate that?
That will be after your tax.
Even niggas, answer the question. Okay,
Nah,
remove tax.
Just say
remove
yes
tax,
or no.
Remove tax.
Because I have lots of questions. I don't want to just stick on too long. Just say yes or no. Do you
Remove
say
the
yes or
tax. Remove the tax.
No, I think I think everyone should pay the same.
No.
I think it's only
Because-
fair, because the thing is, a fine is not meant to, it's meant to notify that you've done something wrong and you're paying the price for it.
But
Is
you
it
can
the
do it
price
accordingly.
big? It's like saying someone should be charged a sentence according to how much they earn. That's what you're
No, that's
basically
different.
saying.
That's a different.
No, because that's what a fine is. It's literally a sentencing of a crime you've done.
A
It's
fine
just
is a
in
way
a
of making
different
money,
form.
nigga.
It's in a different
Nah,
form.
that's
Niggas ain't making
true.
money.
That's true.
It's like saying someone
It's a
who
way of
earns
making
100K should get 4 years instead of 2 years because they earn more. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, once
Everyone
again,
should get
let
the
me
same.
explain. Once again, I'm the only nigga that drives here, so I want to explain how they use this to make money. I was driving right in the motorway. I can't remember what motorway it was, but the amount of people that were being smashed, not smashed. What's the word?
Bang.
What's the word? Flashed. That's one. Flashed, right? And it was insane. It was stupid. Like I was driving, bare. It was flashing. But then, if you find out why it was flashing, it was because the signs that told you to slow down were right on the camera. So like, it would be like, okay, you're going 70, and then the sign is saying go 40, and then if you don't hit that 40 before that sign, you're gonna get flashed. So there was no reason for that camera to be doing what it was doing. So that's what I'm saying. Fines are a way of making money.
100%.
So it doesn't teach you. I don't feel like paying £100 for a fine. It doesn't teach me not to park anywhere else again, because there are so many misleading places. Okay, I'm talking about cars, and there's many other types of fines, but I'm talking about parking because that's the one I'm most common with. But there are so many misleading places about fines that, like, I could park somewhere and not even know that, oh, I'm not supposed to be parking here. Why? Because the signs are not, you know what I'm saying, in my vicinity to see. So then am I going to get fined for not being, like, am I going to be fined, the amount that everyone else is paying for what?
Yes, you'll be fine.
For a mistake that anyone could have made.
Ignorance is not an excuse. You should know this by now. Ignorance is never an excuse in any situation. There's no such answer as I do not know.
Nah, but my answer is yes. You should be fined based on your income. That's my answer.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
That ain't fair.
that's dead. It's only because you
never
want to
fair.
flex with 500
I'm a
pounds.
capitalist.
Now, I think this question would hit you home when you're now broke and you hit a fine. That's when you're like, okay, crap. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just no, because it's not fair either way.
It's not fair for who?
The
For
world is
both
never.
ends.
Why do you think communism and capitalism exist?
They're complete opposites.
So okay,
Talk
so
about
exactly.
John.
Leandro,
You can
answer
never-
me this question.
You can
Would
never
you rather everyone be paid the same?
Paid the
No.
same.
Yeah.
So how?
So whatever
why
job you're
don't
doing-
you agree on the
Because there's a
fine?
complete justification for that.
What? What's the justification for
You
a
can
footballer
justify someone being paid
okay,
a
what's the
certain amount.
justification? Listen, what's the justification for a footballer making 500k a week, but a nurse is what making?
Because
What?
he's unique.
What
Can you find
are
another
you
Cristiano
talking about,
Ronaldo?
blood?
Tell me,
Unique to what?
no. Can you find another Ronaldo? Can you find another
What are you
Ronaldo?
talking about?
What?
Can you
The
find
reason
Dr.
why
Monroe?
footballers
Can you find another Dr. Monroe?
listen. Let me explain. The reason why footballers would
Can you
get paid
find
so
another
much is
Einstein?
because no, you can't.
Yes, you can find another Ronaldo. You can find
So
another
how am
Einstein
I going
because
to pay someone
there's so many
more
other talented people.
Because
These are just the ones
because
you
if you
know.
want
for
to look
something
at
that
football
doesn't actually
players,
benefit
right?
anyone?
You're gonna look at influence as well. That's what they get paid for.
No. But what I'm saying, my question was, is that like something that, is that fair? For someone who's saving lives to not being, to be getting paid way less than someone that's just playing football for their own benefit.
Yeah.
What benefit is
of
playing
course
football
it's fair.
bringing to anyone?
Because
Okay,
everyone
tell me,
abuses you.
tell me.
Everyone abuses you. You have to live a life of paparazzi. You have a life when you're judged constantly. You have to live a life when you train 7 days a week and your life is devoted to.
But
See
is
what
that
I
saving
mean?
someone?
Thank you, Darko. Thank you.
Is that
Nah,
saving
and
someone?
because also,
So saving some. What's the
also
value of someone? What's the value of saving someone then? Or so
You're
you're saying
being
the
a
value of
footballer,
saving
you
someone is the
get to
same as
down points where you
paparazzi?
would think of dying, fam.
no, even.
Does a
But
scientist have to go through that?
I think
Actually, they do.
that doctors should get paid a good amount. But I'm saying that, you know, the thing is, doctors are employed by the government, and unless you work in a private hospital, and even then, the doctors who work in private hospitals, most of them only work in private hospitals because they get better pay. But where you see that the football players, they actually play for teams who are owned by very rich people.
Okay,
So
cool, whatever. Wait,
they
Hamza,
get
you got
paid
bare
by
questions
other
to say.
people.
Yeah, let's
Hamza
move on to
got
the
bare
next
questions
question.
to say.
You're extending it.
Anyways, doesn't matter. Communism. Is it capitalism or communism? I don't even know which one is which. Which one do we live in
Communism
right
is where
now?
people believe that everyone should be the same.
I don't believe in communism. I don't believe in
I don't
communism, which
either.
is why I'm
Me
agreeing
neither.
that fines should be paid according to how much you make. Because at the end of the day,
Same.
it's the same thing as communism.
Yeah.
So anyways,
I
that's
agree
it.
with Tanaka. Yeah, let's move on. Jerry, are you
All
going to say
right.
the next question?
Next question, we'll jump straight to it. So, PE should be, so physical education should be mandatory from year 1 to the end of university. Agree or not?
I agree.
No,
Craig, what you got?
I
No,
disagree.
let's ask Tatenda and Jerry first, and Craig.
Tender, off you go.
If you're fat.
Can I go
Holy
first?
shit.
What did you say?
Man.
Tatenda, let me see.
Nigga, what you say?
Let me hear
PE.
you.
Say
You ready?
what?
Your
What's
answer,
the question?
man.
Say it again.
PE.
Say the question again.
Oh my God, let him say, fam.
PE
yeah.
should be mandatory from year 1 to the end of university. Agree or not?
Explain what mandatory means.
100%.
Because he doesn't know.
I do know what mandatory means. What the hell?
Go on to Tender.
100%.
You agree? Why?
Right. You know, in life,
Mm.
Oh my God. He's taking the piss. Someone speak. Craig, speak.
Craig, go and speak.
Nah, let him speak, man. Tana, just finish your thing,
He's
fam.
taking the piss. He ain't gonna answer properly, man.
Nah, but what?
Should
you know,
P should you ready?
Physical education
Should
should be
PE be
mandatory.
mandatory from year 1
Year
to
one to university.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, it should be an option when you go to uni.
no,
It
it
should be an
shouldn't.
option. It should be an
Shut
option.
up.
It should
Bro,
be.
not
It should be.
not
up.
every single person enjoys going out there and working out. Not everyone is comfortable enough to do that. Some
That's how
people
people
actually.
become obese.
Yeah, but then the question,
Some people are
bro.
lazy
Wait, the
to
question
the
was
gym.
simple.
So
The question was simple.
It's
Do
better
you
to force
is
them, nigga.
should it be mandatory to go from year 1 to university? Stop putting you could get you should get option here. Is it mandatory? Yes or no, and why?
No.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
One at a
I
time.
think
One at a
yes.
time.
Why do I even need to explain myself?
Now I'll explain for you, Tatenda.
Go on, Darker.
Because today we live in an era which so much technology has been evolved, and every kid almost can afford an Xbox, and so many distractions from fitness and working out are available to the kids these days that maybe we didn't have 20 years ago or 10 years ago. So I think it's good for a kid. The kid doesn't lose anything to have 2 hours a week maybe of a little bit running. I don't think having that mandatory is hurts anyone. Even if you don't
No.
like PE, 2 hours of running a week it's not the biggest chore in the
Will
world.
not kill you.
Can I explain something?
Go for it.
As you grow older,
H.
your commitments also increase as well.
Oh my! You always have time for physical exercise.
Maybe
What?
you don't. Maybe
You
you
will
have
use-
household commitments.
So you're saying
and I can-
24/7, you won't have a single 30 minutes within your day, just 30 minutes to move a
even
muscle.
10 minutes. Even 10 minutes is calm. 10
No,
minutes a day.
there's some people's lives, they're busy constantly.
Shut
No
up.
one is
No one's
not.
busy
DeAndre,
constantly.
you're
No
a
one's that busy.
retard,
Shut
bro.
up, bro.
No,
No,
listen,
you're a
listen. Let me explain
retard.
something.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
it takes
DeAndre, even a doctor can go to the gym
yes. That's
for
what I'm
2
saying.
hours and
Listen,
bang out a good
listen.
workout
Jay-Z goes
and
to
then
the
get
gym.
enough sleep to go to work tomorrow.
No,
Innit? Michael
because
Jackson
Jay-Z
went
goes
to
to
the
the
gym.
gym.
like Craig said, yeah, some people, right, do not have that energy to go outside and run
Because they haven't worked out, because they're fat pieces
Listen,
of
I'm not done speaking, am I? Shut up. Let me
Do you
speak.
know,
fam?
DeAndre, you are
Put me in a coffin
stupid
where
for
you are
going
a coffin
against
yourself.
All right,
this.
let me talk.
Shut
Let me
up.
talk. Let me talk. Let me talk.
You
Oh,
shut up,
Craig,
fam.
please end
Let me
it.
talk.
Please end it.
You see, like that, what Dako said, didn't I agree with. Like, I don't disagree with it, but I'm just saying, for most people, like you got to put other people in consideration. Like for you, obviously it's easy for you to sit there and just say, I can just wake out 2 hours a week, or for you it's easy to just get in the mindset of doing that. But not everyone is in the mindset. Not everyone's gonna go to university now going, oh, I have two hours of PE or I have a week. When you have all these lectures and you're tired and you can't even be bothered to even get into it. Some people, they love working out. Some people don't. Not everyone is looking to make their body look buff and look healthy, but
That's
I
not
just
what
feel
fitness is about, though.
But
Yeah,
I know,
fitness
fam.
is not
But
about
I think you should put your hand up when you want to speak.
Yeah, I know that, but it's not. I'm not just saying it's for looking buff. You get me? But not everyone is just into the fitness. But I think it's an option. It should be an option, but I don't know. I think I'm mandatory though.
But you didn't really explain why it should be an option, though. You're just saying that
I just said,
people are
fam.
too lazy. You're basically saying people are too lazy to work out.
I did.
That's what
Oh
you're
my
saying.
god. Fam, yeah, I can't bother talking to people who just listen to one. Listen to one thing. I literally just said, so for people, some people love working out. Some people find like having the option of working out in uni as a benefit. Some people don't. But it's not everyone. And not everyone has the mindset.
Can I just say something? Nah,
Yeah,
Craig,
exactly.
I understand exactly what
Because
you're saying,
working
right?
out requires
Me, the
you to
man,
be
you put your hand
physically
up. You want to
my
speak?
God.
I put my hand up.
Right. Anyway, all I want
Go
to
on,
say,
like he didn't understand.
Craig.
Everyone
actually rude. Man's a rude. No. All right, Craig,
Go
now
to
I
that.
hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, right? Like, I 100% hear what you're saying. But I think that obviously when we're speaking, we're only talking from our own personal experiences or from what we believe, right? We're not actually speaking from everyone's perspective. But in this question, it's okay, what are the benefits of having PE? Because it's important to find out.
So many benefits.
That's what I'm saying. No, hold on. It's important to distinguish. What are the benefits of PE? Right. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
So if I dedicate 2 hours of my week to these benefits, how is that going to allow me to improve in my life? Right. So that's two. And then three is, what am I losing out on if I don't? What am I losing out on if I spend 2 hours, in doing PE, right?
So when you think of it, year one, by the time, year one is mandatory. Year two, mandatory. Year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6. We all know that PE is mandatory in all these years anyway. We're always doing it. It's always active. And if you actually realize that, obviously this is a little bit out of topic, but if you realize that even PE in those times, we used to enjoy it. I'm sure a lot of people here enjoyed PE. It was just a nice time to enjoy, because it was that time we could be free from classrooms or be free from inside. So it's like PE was that one thing we could do and be like, oh, I can't wait for PE just because we'll be free. We can do whatever we want. It's like we can spend time, whatever. Anyways, moving on. Year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, year 12. Actually, no, sorry. Year 11 is the last time we actually do PE mandatory, right? And then have you realized how even year 12, year 11, year 12, year 13, uni, right? those people that do let go of PE or didn't enjoy it in the previous years, but yet it was still mandatory. That's when you start seeing, oh, Emily's now fat, or bloody or the Goldens have lost it, or all the mandem, like, they're all heavy now, and it's like everyone's unhealthy. Oh, you start hearing people now dying, or people are now losing their way. There's no more discipline in their lives, right? But then those people that you realize, oh, this person is still fit, but these are the people that are fit, the ones that you start seeing, oh, right, they're healthy, they're still doing well, blah 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 blah. What I'm saying is, right, the fact keeping PE mandatory is going to allow a lot of people to stay disciplined. And when you stay disciplined, it allows a lot more things in your life to continue moving, or things to develop. You become better as a person. So if we keep it mandatory, eventually, even to those people that don't like PE, it will become so ingrained in the mind that I have to do it. And even though I don't like it, but it's a must. I have to, whether or not we like it or not, exercise is the most important thing for us to do. It's one of the most important. The same way we need to eat, we need to work out. You know what I'm saying? So if we keep it mandatory, because it's a way of survival. So if we can't teach people how to stay healthy, then we're not teaching people how to survive. So you saying, oh yeah, some people will not want to do it. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, cool. Everyone has an option. But at the end of the day, we're not giving people, I don't want to say, because there's different types of mandatory things that is like, oh, that's not necessary. But exercise, bro. Exercise is extremely important. You know what I'm saying? No one can live life without exercise. No one can live life without being healthy. You know what I'm saying? If I ate junk food the rest of my life, nigga, I'll probably be dead in the next 5 years. You know, if I wasn't working right now, I've not worked out in the last 3 months. I feel like crap. Yeah, I feel like crap. Not because I'm still healthy, but I still feel like crap. Why? Because I've not been implicating exercise in my life, and that's not because I enjoy exercise. It's just because exercise is that important. You know what I'm saying?
Can I add on before Daka goes? Because all of us here, we know the benefits of it. We know I presume we all exercise, we all have done a type of sport or whatever exercise. I mean, we know what it feels like to exercise, the happiness, the freshness, as I've just texted in the chat. And going way back to our predecessors, ancestors, our body is actually made to move. Because if we sit down for ages, we start to get like back pains, all of this. But then when you start to exercise, it starts to benefit your body. It starts to just help it overall. So yeah, I do believe it should be mandatory, just to answer the question. But Darko, go ahead.
I was gonna say, right? Bodies, they love to resist change, and these kids, they might not enjoy the first time, second time, third time, but slowly, people don't like to run so much, but everyone loves results. And seeing results, and also like burning some energy, it helps kids, especially during school, to stay focused, not to have so many fights, or like waste their energy on like negative things. And also feeling good after you've exercised, it might motivate you to do other things like homeworks, or other things. Also, when you're more tired coming from school, you're more likely to have more sleep and rest more, leading to a much healthier life in general. But I also believe that it should be lenient towards people who already exercise. Let's say kids who are already training outside of school, playing football for clubs and stuff like that. So I think it should be mandatory, but there should be some some leniency, if that makes any sense.
So it's the ones who are already doing it, get laid off of it. Yeah, that's
I think it's almost the same as like sixth form. Like in sixth form, you're still studying, right? It's still mandatory, but it's not like in the same level as like year 11, year 7, year 8. Even year 1, year 2, year 3, we all had those mandatory maths, English, science, blah blah blah. And once you go finish year 11, you had the option to choose. Okay, I want to study.
That's what I
maths,
said.
I wanna do da, 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 da.
Options.
But no, I'm not saying. See, but studying was still mandatory. It was still mandatory for you. Education was still mandatory. So what I'm saying is, I can't actually remember, Craig. Maybe you might have been saying the statement I'm about to say, but I don't know. But anyways, what I'm saying is, let's say even the older you get, the more options you should have in order to. Okay, let's say it's still mandatory to still exercise. The PE is still mandatory, but you now get an option. Okay, cool. I want to be able to do this type of exercise. I want to be able to do these type of stuff. Now, it's not all mandatory in the sense that, oh, you have to do this type of exercise or da 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 da. I guess the older you get from year 11 upwards or sixth form upwards, you now get to decide, okay, I want to focus more on my strength. I want to focus more on my cardio. I want to focus more on this. And then that's the type of PE or, study, or that's the type of, exercise you'll be doing from then on.
Can I add something? A case study which supports the fact that, I don't know if the school is in France or Ireland, but basically it's a school, it's a primary school, and it's only 4 hours long, and I think 2 hours 30 of it is spent break. 2 hours 30 of the 4 hours is kids going around and playing around. And they say the reason why that school is so successful and the kids are so successful is because once your brain is active and moving, that's when you learn the most, you absorb the most. Because think about it, like we can all experience, like once we've been in like double lessons, at the end of it, we're just fried by the end of the day. Whereas if we move, whereas P was mandatory, we'd be fresh. It would be a chance to like collaborate, communicate with people. It's just a lot of fun. But if we were just lesson, lunchtime, lesson, it's exhausting for the brain.
I think I've heard about that as well. It might be Norway.
Yeah, I think it was
Norway. I'm gonna move there one day.
Yeah, and because what they do within Norway for kids, because I've watched there's a documentary for kids, especially in primary school, instead of giving them homeworks that are like too exhausting on the brain, they actually give them homeworks to, go out, make a friend, or, go out to the park and play for 2 hours, all these things. And they help them, build, build friendships and, stay fit and all that. And that means when that kid goes home all tired, gets enough sleep, and tomorrow goes in school all eager to learn. And, because they don't have a bad association with school, because school is not so exhausting straight away.
I think that's where. Go on.
It's just the difference in the way the coaches are, the way the systems are, so on and so forth. That's just a great example. But go on to know.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, even the interpretation. The fact that Craig was saying some people don't like doing it or they hate PE, but it's all about what type of experiences they used to have back when they were doing PE. Back in the day, because you find that like even people that say they don't like PE, some of them actually do enjoy it, but it's just the experiences they've had with PE that makes them not want to actually do it anymore. And PE is not supposed to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Exercise is not supposed to be easy. And I think that's where Darko was hitting on the point that your body hates change. So the fact that you are doing something that's difficult, your body's like, no. Let's stick to sitting at home or playing Xbox or doing this because it's comfortable. It's easier to do that. And I think also, keeping PE. This is another point. One last point, that keeping PE mandatory will allow us to realize. Oh crap! Did I cut?
Here.
No. All I'm saying is keeping PE mandatory until those late years will actually keep us in a spirit of knowing that, okay, cool. Yes, things are going to be hard, but it's almost like you'll be telling your brain that I'm willing to stay in things that are hard, or your brain will be more capable of doing things that are hard just because it's already used to it. It's already used to doing things that are hard. If that makes sense.
I actually used to hate PE sometimes because I'd have to get changed, and when I used to get changed, I used to have a belly, and people would laugh at my belly. So
me too.
But that's one thing I hated about PE, like just getting changed, and I didn't like.
Nah, I've always been sexy, so. Next
let's jump to
question.
the next
Let's go next
question.
question.
So, next question.
Thank you.
If you could swap with any person for if you could swap your body with any person for a whole year, who would you choose? You could get their intelligence, their bank balance, networks, and everything. So who would you choose?
Kylie Jenner.
I think I would choose this guy called Tanaka Kaguda. I'm quite sure. I think that's
Me too.
Why would you not change? Why would you not change?
Nah. Are we talking about in a hypothetical world? What are we talking about? Obviously,
Yeah. Say right now you have a list in front of you of every single person in the world. If you could choose to change your body and be them, so have their balance, their intelligence, everything they have.
For how long?
For 1 year.
Forever.
Huh? For a year.
No, 1 year. 1 year. Who would
Dead
you
or
choose
alive?
and why? Both. You can bring them back to life through your body.
No, I'm saying like they can be like, if you want to be Michael Jackson, I'm just saying like they can either be dead or alive.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You might want to think about it.
I'll think about it.
Craig?
Obviously, I wouldn't want to be anyone, but in this case, let's think of someone. I'm gonna say Kanye West.
Oof. Why?
Just some of the things that he says that are controversial. I want to understand where they're coming from. You know, I don't really care about the balance. I feel like, like everyone has money. It just depends how much money you have, really. But I don't really care about the balance, really. But I just want to understand what someone else's it's either Kanye West or Michelangelo, the artist. But that was back in 1700s. So
I was gonna say something. I was gonna say Leonardo da Vinci.
Explain.
Because I always watch the things he used to draw back in those days, and like his theories about everything that was going on, and it was just on another wavelength for like at that time. And also that guy, I don't know what was going through his head, but I wish I could like go in his head, because he had so many things that he used to do like a different way than everyone else. He used to write backwards. He used to, I don't know. I think when I came back, I'd feel like I'll be on another wavelength.
I think that's a different question, because like, let's say, I think can you split that question to make it to choose someone that's alive and then choose someone that's dead? Because I feel like there are so many people that would all choose if they were still alive today, and vice versa. Like
yeah, you can choose like either dead or alive. You can do that.
So if the first question, who would you be who's alive now?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I'm thinking
which one, Craig? Which Michael Jordan?
I mean,
Michael B. Jordan,
celebrity,
Michael Jordan,
the film star, or the
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. There's no B. There's Michael Jordan. Done.
Why?
People all know what Jordan we're talking about.
Why?
His mentality, man. I don't know if did you watch his documentary?
The last.
Oh my god, fam.
Yeah.
There's just something about him, man. It's lit. It's lit.
He's different. He's very.
Wait, Jerry, who would you be?
Me, I would gonna be. There's this guy at Hamza, you know him, called Iman Gaji. Right.
I know him as well.
What the hell's wrong with you? How are you gonna?
Listen. Listen.
What's this? What'd you say?
Iman Gaji. The thing is, what I like about him, the way he's made him. This is what I admire about people, how they present themselves. Even if they're not this person in real life, the way I've noticed it, like the way he's managed to present himself to the whole world through his journey of being an entrepreneur, whatever he claims to be, is so meticulous and so each and everything he does is so intricately done, right? That it makes the next person like, oh, is that what he's doing? Oh, I'm interested. Let me watch more. Let me buy his merch, this, that. And I like that. I like that how he's conveyed his story, his journey in life so well that he's captured so many people's attention. And I don't know if he's well, I do believe he's got an agency, like a social media marketing agency for those who don't know. But he does it in such a way that I don't look at him. What are you laughing? No, he does it in such a way that it's just like, wow, like he's really got to people's heads. I don't know, it's probably got to my head as well, but I like him. I like him a lot. Just his aesthetic, his morale. I don't know. I'm attracted to the guy. Not like I like him like I'm gay. He's very clever. He's very clever.
That's a good answer.
But for someone, huh?
A good answer. Good answer.
But for someone,
I don't know. What are you talking about, fam? What's that?
Right, Iman Gaji, yeah, he's 21 or 20.
She's 20.
Yeah, and he's a millionaire. He does social media marketing. He's been doing it for I don't know how many years, but ever since he was 15. First he grew up in Russia, came to England, London. Father abused mother. Then
Craig,
he went.
Basically, he's just a random guy.
You find him
He's
on
not
YouTube.
famous for you to know. That's what. He's not like that. He's not famous like that.
Yeah, we'll pass. Let's go.
But for a guy who's dead, I think I'd want to be XXX Tentacion.
Now don't laugh.
I didn't know just what I said.
I was not expecting that.
Now
Let me
right.
spell XXX.
I think you were going to say like Aristotle or something.
No.
Just call him X.
Tentacion.
Just call him X.
X. Okay, X.
Say X and XX.
X's mind, his mentality was something I resonated with a lot. Now, of course, I don't know why, but I linked to him, and I liked, if you got to listen to his like poetry, when he's just speaking, there's something about him that he once again he managed to convey himself in such a way. Not his music when he's shouting, this is that. When he's calm, when he's relaxed, I just liked him so much. I not once again, I'm not gay for him, but his mental and what he was going to do and who he was becoming is an inspiration for me that I just admired. So yeah, those are my two. But
no, I understand that. I think that's a good answer. Actually,
yeah,
that was a very good answer. He was a very like poetic person. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
I like the answer.
Very influential to millions.
That was very different. I didn't expect it from you, but that's nice. It shows your diverse mind. Anyways, that are next.
Thank you very much.
Who's next?
Go on, Tanaka. Who are you picking?
Where's your brother from? This guy, just be quiet.
See, I was saying who's next, and then no one else to speak. So, what do you want me to say?
You said in Shona, fam. I'm the only one that our Dako's here as well. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, did I say something in Shona?
Go.
I didn't speak in Shona. What are you talking about?
You said like Marokor or something.
I'm just you.
This is something like that.
I'm to say something.
What?
Say something.
It's your turn.
You man's a fraud. Anyways, I'll choose. I already said yes. I already said Kanye.
Kanye West and
I'll choose that. And then for dead, I feel like it's a mixture of people. I don't even know. Like, I'm just gonna name out all of them. Nikola Tesla. We've got Michelangelo. Jesus.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it.
That's interesting.
Bro, Jesus. That's mad, you know.
The others?
I was gonna say Jesus.
I already said Jesus.
I was thinking of that.
Me, I just want to walk on water, man.
Just drink it.
Go on, Craig. So you said Michael Jackson and who? Michael Jordan and who, Craig?
Dead. Dead fan.
Michael Jordan and who?
By the way, this is for a whole year. You remember that?
You mean someone who's dead, innit? Someone who's dead, innit?
Yeah.
Someone alive. Oh yeah, dead. Yeah. Or you could just choose someone else who's alive.
I mean, I'll go for I'll go for the Think and Grow Rich guy, fam.
Ooh,
He's
Napoleon
not dead.
Hill.
Napoleon Hill.
Oh, Napoleon
He's
Hill.
dead.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he died. What's
I
wrong
swear
with
he
you?
died ages ago.
He died
He's old.
1970.
Why Napoleon Hill?
Bro, that's mad. I didn't know that, you know. Why does this book sound like he made it in like 2000?
What is it?
Nah, because it's been studied and people have been studying the book since I don't know, however.
Why, Craig? Why,
man?
Why?
Just the things he knew. Yeah, I feel like he probably left so much of it from that book. You know, I feel like there's so much he just kind of left off in it. And I would just love to just have that kind of, I don't know, knowledge, intelligence about things that were there.
Interesting, man. That's powerful.
Owen Hamza, next.
Wait, ask Tatenda or Darko. I'm going to the toilet real quick. I'll be back.
All right. Darko, you said Leonardo and someone alive?
Someone alive. Wow. Good question. Shit, man. I don't know if I look up to someone that much. Nah, I actually can't think. I don't know. I don't know, man.
That's
For
right.
years, I can't even think of anyone. Let me see.
You know what? Another controversial one that I wouldn't mind being would be Hitler.
I was thinking that. What the fuck? I thought that. Because then you know what's going on in his head.
I don't know. I just feel like there was so much that was going on in his mind. I would love to understand exactly where he was coming from that perspective.
Can I say my answer?
Yeah, you can say your answer.
It's gonna be a bit controversial, but wait, do you want the dead or alive one first?
Alive.
It's gonna be Donald Trump.
Whoa, wait, what? Nah, Darko, how did you guess?
Come on.
Nah, Darko, how did you know?
You want to be controversial, innit?
What the hell? Yeah, no, honestly, for alive, I would definitely want to be Donald Trump because I would genuinely like to. Cause okay, let's just get out of his like racism or whatever, like his bad person. If you look at his documentaries and his past, like he's a very, very smart person when it comes to almost negotiation, sales, business, speaking to people, lifestyle. He built some of the most amazing real estate in New York. So I would just like to go in his day-to-day life for 1 year and really just be him and see like how does he work? Like how do you get to that level and like be in such power? So that I would do that for alive. For dead, I would want to be a prophet from my religion and just experience like the wisdom, the whole religious thing of like people following you starting and like just that side. Yeah, a prophet for dead and alive for Donald Trump.
Very interesting. Tatenda.
Yeah.
Tatenda.
Yeah.
He's gonna say Odell Beckham Jr. guaranteed.
5 million guaranteed.
Personally, I actually don't know. I've been thinking, but I actually don't know. I don't really look into that stuff.
He was sleeping. I got out of him.
Do you want me to repeat the question? I don't know.
Ask the question.
So the question was, if you could swap bodies for any person in the world for 1 year, who would it be and why? Dead and alive.
For dead, it would be Kobe Bryant.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot he was dead, you know.
If he was alive, then it'll be him as well. But yeah, his
How are you gonna
mentality.
choose him for dead and alive? He can only be one.
Nigga, you didn't hear what I said. I said if he was
Yeah, but
alive,
Jesus
it'll
can
be
be
him
both.
as well. Yeah, so yeah, his mentality towards like his graft and everything, like the way he motivated himself to just keep working, and like his overtime to just like become like one of the greatest athletes, and also he started getting into like the business side as well. Like a lot of his interviews, like it's just crazy to think this guy was human, you know. So his mentality, I would love to have it. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'll definitely make it within a year with his mentality. I can't have a lie, but with a life,
I feel like he has so much resemblance to Michael Jordan, though.
Huh?
I feel like he has so much resemblance with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wait, can I add something on top? A quick little segment. Okay, so the question was, you become that person for 1 year, right? Craig said Michael Jordan, and you said Iman, Kobe Bryant, so on and so.
I haven't even said my second
steps
one.
do you think would be different?
Start again, Hamza. You cut out. Start again where you said everyone's choices.
Okay, so everyone's chose their choices. So now the thing is, you've come back to reality after 1 year. How will that influence your next moves?
With Michael Jordan, I feel like my drive here, like I'll just like just going at it, fam. Just going at it, fam.
Craig. If you think about it, Michael Jordan right now, he's retired. He's slow. He's not really that active. So, do you think he still has the same mindset? Like, do you think he's still the same guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, but do we pick the time which we decide about this person? Do we just go there right now?
Present moment.
Present moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there, fam. He's still at the mentality. He's there.
So how are you supposed to choose him?
I don't think he does.
Dead for a year, you retard. How does that even make any sense?
I don't think it does. The question is hypothetical. The question is hypothetical.
Why pick camera?
Surely, if you can choose the time of a dead person, then why can't you choose the time of the person who's alive?
All right, how much you want to bet before Tender speaks? Yeah. It's gonna be Ye and Tupac. That's what that guarantee.
What's that?
Pretender.
All right, I'll the question.
Or the off-white guy, man. The off-white guy.
The question is, if you could choose two people, so you swap bodies with two people dead and alive, for 1 year, who would you choose and why?
Oh, that's easy.
Go for it.
Yeah, Tupac.
Why?
There's something about them guys that you can't explain it. Like, them guys are just out of this world, man. Like, if you look at Ye, like, he's just from his artistic actions and his performance and his elevation, it's unexplainable. And you look at Tupac. Tupac was I would sort of say the father of most rappers of days. And that guy spoke his mind and he never failed to express himself. And I think we as a society, we've been conditioned so much to close. But I don't think them guys can never. They can be conditioned, but I think they all speak up their mind and they all speak up their truth.
You should. I said that.
Yeah, go on.
I said some businessman called E-Man and XXX Tentacion. Craig said Michael Jordan, and that's it.
And Napoleon Hill.
And Napoleon Hill, my bad. And Tanaka said Kanye West as well. And some artists. What are the artists called?
There was Michelangelo, Nikola Tesla, Jesus, and Hitler.
Oh, Jesus! I didn't think of that one, you know. That's a good one. What did you say Hitler
And
for?
then-
Song? I didn't got that one. This guy said Hitler.
Oh no, man. And then Hamza said Donald Trump, and what's the other one?
Like
And
a
Donald
prophet from my religion.
Oh yeah. And then Titenda K couldn't think of anyone. But lastly, Darko said
Nah, Titenda K said Kobe
Tana said
Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
oh, Kobe Bryant, my bad. Kobe Bryant.
Alive and dead.
Yeah. And then Darko said Leonardo DiCaprio. No, what? Leonardo da Vinci. That's the one.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that. I'll jump straight to the next question.
So where's the two brothers?
I think they're chopping.
Getting chopped.
Next question is: do we live in
Deander's trying on his shower.
do we live in a dystopian society?
Dystopian.
I've never
What
heard
does
of
that word
Can
mean?
someone explain the word? Can someone explain
What
the word,
does that
please?
word mean?
Oh my god.
What does it mean?
All right,
Hamza,
basically,
piss off.
dystopian basically means where there's a society of injustice and just like suffering, whether that be environmental control, power control, corporate control, all sorts of control, and just injustice.
It's always been like that, though. So I also keep it like that.
Are you talking about what? I don't
Someone
even get
give
the
me an
question is,
example.
man. What's the question?
Yo, someone give me an example.
Well, say the
like-
question.
What's
Say
the
the
question?
complete question. Say the complete question.
The question is, do we, in your opinions, live in a dystopian society? So in layman terms,
rephrase that.
in layman terms, do we live in a society where every single thing is controlled by a higher power? And by higher power, I don't mean God. I mean by like evil, rich people controlling everything for us.
It's always been like that. It's always been like that, though. It's always gonna be like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I thought that's a very easy question. Yes.
Okay. Let's think why. Why is that the case?
Well,
Because
you
give
have
you an
money. You're
example.
rich.
Let me give you an
You have-
example.
let dogs.
You have more possessions with
People-
you. You have all. Go on.
People make people angry, so they protest, or people make. No matter what you do, no matter how you react, you're always. The rich people are always gonna be satisfied because the way we live, we're so trapped. As in, whichever door you choose, whichever path you choose, you're still gonna make the rich people happy. Let's say people are saying, oh, guys, let's all have a protest and let's all wear anonymous masks. Okay, let's all buy anonymous masks and wear them to prove a message, right? But think about this: the rich people are saying, okay, guys, we own all the factories. Let's make anonymous masks and sell them to these people at this price. So we're making money off of their protests. We're making money off anything. If they don't protest, we're making money. Like,
What I'm gonna say to support Dako's answer, it's like as humans, naturally as humans, lucky enough, we're not animals. You get me? We don't eat each other. So the only thing that we eat each other. You mad?
Yeah, from bear mans eat bear things too.
Okay, but the only thing that we have that we actually so the only thing that we have that gives this like kind of battle between humans and stuff is pretty much wealth, riches, and power. So which is why it's always gonna be like that. It's always gonna be like the poor, controlled by the rich, and if you happen to get rich, then you become just like the rich. You start taking kind of advantage of the poor as well. So it's kind of just continues. That's the better.
Yeah, it's a circle of life. It's a battle of the riches. The battle of
it's like survival if you think about it. It's like survival.
It's all about money, man. Because at the end of the day, you know a lot. Everyone in here knows that money is power. There's no even those people that believe,
I mean, it's power in the good hands, and power in the right mindset.
Even those people that will be like, "Oh no, money's not power, man." they're saying that because they've already been hurt by the fact that money is power. Money has so much influence that a lot of the things in life that a lot of you guys want to do in life is probably money driven as well. Like if in a lot of things you want to do, if you are never going to get paid for it, it's very unlikely you do it because why? You would never be able to afford. You can't survive without making money. You know what I'm saying?
Power is money is power in the right hands, in the right mindset, though.
Money is power in anyone's hands. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how nice or how evil you are, you will be powerful. So if you're a good person, you'll be a good, powerful person. If you're an evil person, you're an evil, powerful person. So I think someone mentioned this, and I feel like I'm always hearing this, that money is just an exemplification of who you are. So if you're a crappy person, you'll just be a rich, crappy person. So imagine those bullies, right? Imagine those bullies that we know of. Now, as soon as he makes money, now he's the nigga that will be out here, manipulating schools, manipulating jobs, manipulating this, that. Why? Because all he knows how to do is bully. So he now knows how to bully with money. So it's just a lot of people that know how to. A lot of the people that are evil know how to get rich, like very rich, easier, just because they don't have morals. They don't have specific. Okay, let me think. Like rich people that are evil, right? They wouldn't care if I'm paying £1 for a person who's making Nike shoes every single day, paying someone £1 a day for someone who's making these Nike shoes, whatever, right? They don't care about that. Why? Because they just care about what? The profits and the money. So that's where the evil person will continue to get richer over the person that's good. A good person will be willing to, okay, let me sacrifice this amount so I can pay these people more money. So you'll be paying people more money, and that's gonna reduce on your profits. So you're not gonna make as much as money as someone who's evil, whatever. So that's why evil people are the ones that control the world, just because they're willing to do anything to make a profit.
So are you saying ethics and morals are sort of the main indication of a dystopian society?
Yeah. Because if everyone was good, then what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Life will be good.
Okay, this is going to be a very different question. It's kind of a subtopic from the dystopian question. Should evil and bad ethics and morals exist? Like, do you think there's a benefit of that?
Yes.
Like, I want you guys to really think about it instead of just saying an answer. Like, do you think that being bad, like a small part of bad people or like bad ethics and morals should exist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone has it. Everyone, like I said before, everyone has a bit of poison in them.
Nah, I think
everyone has it.
Sorry, Craig, to cut you off, but I think it's meant to be. I think that's why God created Earth. I think obviously that was not his intentions, but I think as human beings, we decided as a Christian, bring my Christian views in it. I would say that's why obviously God kind of created earthly creation, because Satan at the time went against him, and us as human beings decided to go against him. So I'm not looking at me like that, but I think that's why I say life is sort of like a test for us. So you either choose to go do that badly, unmoral actions.
All you have to say is God would not
is,
have given us free will if evil was never a thing.
So the thing is, we also became like conscious about everything. You get me, like good or bad, and we know that being bad is it's an option. You can take it, and being good is an option. You can do it as well. So
I think that question also answers people's question of like, is God real? Like when people say, "Oh well, if God is real, blah blah blah." If God wasn't real, like, where is good coming from?
Let me.
I raised my hand. I wanted to say something.
Go on, Doug.
This is what I was thinking, right, the other day. the more we evolve as humans and the more we invent as humans, the more we actually stray further from evolution. The more it's like the more we evolve to be smarter than animals and this and that, the more we become like them. The more money we generate, the more technology we generate, the more alone we become. Humans are meant to be working together as family, but I think now people are becoming more lonelier and lonelier and want to stray further from different people to make it. So eventually, this life is going to become like in the wild. You either eat or be eaten.
Whoa.
And if you wanna make it, you're gonna have to fucking put your morals on the side, because to make it, you're gonna have to step on people's heads. Unfortunately, I don't want it to be like that. I don't want it to be like that. But these days, in order to be making millions, you're gonna be having to be risking your morals, because you can't be maximizing profits working with ethics and max profits. They do not really go along together. So you're just gonna have to find like a great area to operate in.
Yeah,
And the people who cover up their tracks the best, they're the richest, because
that was from some bars today.
I just think the more we evolve, the more we devolve.
Woo. Okay,
He's left a mic today. He's dropped the mic.
Should we go on to the next question?
Look at it.
Dog, where you getting this knowledge from?
I don't know. I just like it's becoming so obvious.
Then you bude the Max zone.
You know, when things are too obvious, you never look for them, so you never really realize, but they're happening in front of your eyes.
That's great.
Yeah, life has
Everyone.
got a lot.
Imagine today we all have Alexas in our house. Tomorrow we're gonna have things doing everything for us. You're never gonna need to talk to another person in 100 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, my slime.
That's hard.
That's hard. But yeah, next question, man. Next question.
But what was the question? Was what was it?
Do we live in a dystopian society?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, the next question.
It's only going to get worse.
Fun.
It's only going to get worse.
I want to ask: Is it possible to change this society? Do you think is there a way of living life?
It's a way of life. Let me explain. It's a way of life. Why I'm saying this is because even if we killed all these evil people that are controlling the system or whatever, there are still people below them that are willing to do what they were doing. So at the end of the day, it's just a limitless, an unlimited source of evil that is willing to still do what they were doing in the first place. So you can never
exactly
the same way. If you can't kill evil, there's no way you can kill the system right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because in the last podcast, I think someone said, "What if we were talking about brands, right?" And then someone said, like, if every clothing was the same, what would happen? And then I said it can't be, because people like I said to Tender, Craig, Tanaka, they would want to experiment with fashion, so they'd want to like rip a jean or like distress the material and stand out, because that's their mindset. So I definitely think that dystopian society will always exist, no matter how many protests you do, no matter how much movements and all this stuff you do.
Even think about it, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Like think about it. You know, the people complain about capitalism and stuff. Like people with so much money, like kind of taking control. They're the same people. If you put them in the exact same shoes as those people, they'll do the exact same thing.
I've never heard a rich man talk about capitalism.
No, I'm talking about poor people. Literally, people who are below them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You only hear it coming from poor people because they're the ones that are not willing to.
But
most people
out of the
complain are poor.
If you take them out of that situation, you put them up, they're the same person as the rich people. They just become that whole thing they're complaining about.
But
go on.
This one, I was gonna compare. The way society is in this world, it's almost as bad as it is. It's almost like it's so ingrained. It's so ingrained that if you took out that we almost can't function without the people on the top.
because they own so much of our daily functions.
We need capitalism.
And it's this is what I was gonna compare it to, right? I don't know if you guys know about this, right? But back in the days in Yellowstone Park, there was no predators, right? There was no wolves. There was nothing on the top of the chain, right? So what happened is the rabbits, the prey, became so big that it started eating up all the resources. So the rivers became smaller. There was no grass, there was no trees, because all these rabbits, the little preys, were eating everything, and they were multiplying so much, and there was nothing. So there was not the rich people to keep the sheep in the herd, and everything started drying up. The whole park became nothing, dust. And as soon as they introduced 2 wolves, those wolves kept up. They kept up the population of rabbits, and then everything started blossoming again. So I think that also relates to life. The rich people, as cruel as they are, they
almost are shepherds.
They keep the balance, because if let's say all the rich people were stripped down, and the poor people were allowed to do whatever they can with all the resources they have, I think it would be even greedier, because then you have what, like 90% of the population. It become like the purge,
I think just quickly bouncing off what you just said, right? I think that's where being a good person is such a beautiful thing, because the world is so filled with evil, right? It's so filled with evil. So let's say that because the system is such an evil system, being a good person is what people look for, because that's not what's around. And so imagine if everyone was good, being evil will be what's looked at as good, right? So the same way you look at someone as a good person now, if everyone was good, you'd be looking at the evil person as the way, like, it's like evil will be like, rah, I want to be evil. Oh, rah. That's different, like that. The other, so it's almost like the grass ain't green on the other side. So whatever is on this side of the grass, the fact that the evil system is running the planet, but then the good people are below. If the good people are on top, then the evil will be at the bottom. And what's happening right now is I'm now just chatting so much shit that I don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't actually know how far I'm going.
You lost me. You lost me a long time ago. That's all.
I lost myself.
You lost me some time. You lost me some time.
Let's jump to the next question.
No, I had something. I can't remember.
I was just gonna say, like, there is still some good people who are like got money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can be good and be a capitalist. You can be like that.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a lot of people that say they're good, but at the end of the day, if you look at the things they're doing behind the scenes,
I also feel like capitalism is very necessary for the society, because that's why reason why we all trying to aim high in life. That's why most of you trying to be business people. You try to be rich because you have something, like you have seen the results in it. So you have a goal in your mind, like, oh, if I do this, I can be like this person right here. I can get to a stage. So I feel like it's very.
I think
it's very important
to look good.
I think we could.
It's easy to go and tell them.
I think we can. I think it's all about ideas. You know what I mean? I think it's always trying to find the right idea that you can overcome the bad over the good, overcome the bad with the good. So in a sense of like within me, I'm looking at, as a designer or as someone who wants to go into a place, I want to be able to create factories in my own country. And that's something which I want to do. That's something an ambition that's ingrained in me that I want to do, bring jobs there. South Africa as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's always...
Answer me a question. Answer me a quick question. Is evil advertised more than good?
Yeah, 100%. I think
because the emotions of bad are more powerful than.
I think so.
Because it seems
Nah,
as if it seems as if
No.
It is. It
Why do you
is, bro.
It
Why-
just
wait,
depends to what you pay more attention
wait,
to.
wait,
It
One
is,
at a
bro.
time. One at a time. One at a time.
Hey, can I talk, right?
Yeah, go on.
I haven't spoke. T, right? If you look at the news, right, more time what the news bring out is bad news.
because that's what.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's what you pay attention to.
Now I get that point, and I get your point. But if you look at most of the media, what the most of the things that people like to hear is bad news. Whether someone done bad,
Oh yeah.
whether someone done bad, or if you look at the COVID right now, right, you could obviously understand it's certain news that has to be told, but like the media makes it so loud, if that makes sense. Like you have blogs
Bro,
on blogs on blogs writing about it.
You gotta understand this, right? Bad
But-
news gives people something to talk about.
True.
It literally gives something to talk about. Like if you come to someone and just tell them something good, they just be like, right.
They
And
get
that's-
jealous. Usually they get jealous of like, exactly.
Do
Yeah,
you know?
true.
Do you
But
not
if
think
it's-
that's a
if it-
condition that we've been put into to now
It
think
is a
that,
condition. That's why like
let's
things
now
like
gossip.
media, magazines, newspapers, social media, all these things, like they literally like give more attention to the negative thing than the positive thing. Like when this.
I think. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Oh, fuck.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right.
But because something just bursted in my head, right? I think that us as people, we know how much evil is going on in the world, and our minds subconsciously are looking for an escape. They're looking for a world of make-believe. We want to be living in Candyland, So I think big companies, they abuse that, and they have ads and all these things. We actually over advertise good things, or like comfort, or like selling dreams, the lottery, all this stuff that you could live life thinking that evil is not around, but actually if you wake up and realize, oh my god, this world is not so great.
There's more evil in your head than everywhere else.
Can I say something? Because I haven't said something in a bit. I want to say that you guys keep talking about evil and good, right? But isn't that subjective? Because let me put a scenario, right? I give £50 to a homeless person. One might say, well done, Hamza, you're great. But the other guy could say, why though? You could use that £50 to put back in your business and grow it. That homeless man is there because of life, fate, or whatever, right? So good and bad is subjective at the end of the day.
Yeah, just to a certain point. I feel like there are basic things that we all understand. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you're right. No. Let me scrap that. Yeah, you're right. It's very subjective. It's very, very subjective.
Let me cut it there.
From what we all know, Jamira Mira, 2 seconds. From what we all know, giving seems to be the only thing that we know is not subjective. Hold on. Giving is the only thing that I can only think of that is the only good thing that is good. Hold on. Yeah. Yes. Like I can see.
So should sex work be legalized?
What?
If
giving is fine, should sex work be legalized? Should prostitution be legalized?
What are they giving?
Is it not?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. What are they giving?
But why not? Why not?
What are they giving?
Puss. What do you mean?
But
What are they giving?
but they're doing it. But they're doing it for. But they're expecting something back.
Yeah. Giving.
Money.
Okay. Giving without the intention of expecting anything back. That's what I meant.
I think it should be legal because it's so much safer for the girls.
Shut up. We'll move on. No, he's chatting. No, we're not talking about this. Move on.
So much safer for the girls.
That's another day. We'll bring that up. So, next question is...
Oh, this is a good question. This is going to trigger something.
Is social media the cause of increasing the...
Oh, shut
depression
up, fam.
upon
Let's speak.
upon the youth.
Oh, Jared,
Or
repeat it, please.
Oi,
wait,
People are
repeat that,
speaking
fam.
over you,
uh,
fam.
Someone was speaking.
is social media the cause of increasing depression among the youth, or are we just naturally all turning into weak snowflakes?
Social media. Actually,
look,
hold
bro.
on.
I
I would say the media as a
Why?
whole, not just social media. Media
The
as a
what?
whole. Media, like pretty much
So
the
what,
whole.
I
TV,
didn't get the question.
radio?
Yeah,
Wait, did you understand the question?
No,
yeah,
say
but
it
I
again.
yeah, I
Now
had
the question is saying, is social media the main cause for depression within the youth, or is everyone just naturally turning into snowflakes because of all this? Oh, it's okay to be having purple hair and all
It's
this stuff.
both.
Like,
It's both. It's both. It's society.
Explain.
Just say
Explain.
society. Society.
explain. Point, evidence,
I would
explain,
say
develop.
social media has become a powerful source to push to like these emotions of depression, insecurities, comparison. Like it has given people, like every single person, has a voice now to just judge you on anything you do. Anything you can post, anything. Someone you don't even know, fam, you can just pull up on your comment and say, fam, your nose is beautiful.
Everyone has something to say. Everyone has something to say.
That's a thing. Like, I feel like everyone, this idea of you have the freedom of speech. Yes,
Yeah.
it's good, but in my opinion, I think that's also bad because I can
It's
tell
really bad.
Craig, you're so dark. Like, I can't even see you at night. Like, I can say that, but then again, like, it's so messed up. You know what I mean? Like, it's this whole freedom of speech, and like, it's okay to be having purple hair. It's okay to be fat. Don't get judged on that. It's okay if you don't go to the gym. I feel like all this idea of like accepting everything now is actually a problem. That's
I think it's also interesting to remember that back then.
Ah, my goodness, man. What's wrong with this guy? Go put your
Keep talking.
Put a top on, man.
You're talking, man. What's wrong with you? Keep talking. What are you talking
Nigga,
about?
put a top on, man.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
so
put
you
a top
can't
on.
talk because you've never seen a guy without a top off.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
don't
look
see
like
that.
Men in Black, the insect, bro.
No. I just wanted to say, it's important to figure out that back then, let's say 10 years ago, 10 years ago, you could have said something. Okay,
I
Hamza,
wasn't born 10 years ago.
Shut up, Hamza. You know a lot of insults. Give me an insult that you think will be like, you'll probably go to prison for it today. No, don't say anything gay.
Yeah, please.
You look so black, I can't even see you at night.
Back then, everyone would be laughing. It wouldn't be a case of. I feel like even I would probably be laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like back then.
No, Hamza, that was a dead example. You're gay. You're gay could get you in pen.
Oh yes, no, you're gay.
Wait, Tanaka, are you saying right now or like 10 years ago?
No, back then. So if you said something right now, so I'm trying to say, okay, if I went outside.
Oh, you're fat.
And saw some white.
No, like something like your religion is so messed up that you should stop following
Hamza,
it.
No, Hamza, keep it basic. What Tender said, like you're gay or you're fat. Back 10 years ago,
yeah, sure.
if someone said you're gay or you're fat, it would be a laughing matter. It wouldn't be, I'm going to tell the teacher you call me gay. Even if you did tell the teacher you called gay, the teacher wouldn't do nothing about it because it wasn't serious, right? And I feel like now, what you were saying about the world, we're all now pussies, basically. I'm not saying me, but the world become pussies.
I think that's true,
and that's just how it is. Like you could say that something that's just, it doesn't hurt anyone, but because one person is affected by that, everyone else will be like, oh yeah, nah, Dad, you can't say that, you can't. So it's almost like freedom of speech doesn't actually exist anymore because you can't actually say anything. You're not free to say anything.
No one can. No one can take a joke. No one can take a joke no more.
So that whole statement about freedom of speech, it doesn't actually exist anymore because you're actually restricted to what you can say. I can only go on the internet and say something that is actually on a restricted manner. I can't actually go there and say whatever I actually feel.
Yeah.
Just because the society can't handle it.
You're only allowed to have freedom of speech if you're saying something that people would like to hear.
Yeah, like if I said, God bless the transgender community, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure the whole, that's what I'm saying. Listen. The whole transgender community will be all behind me saying, oh, yes, thank you so much. But then imagine, right, I've said that, but all the Christians will be like, no, you're the son of the devil. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, freedom of speech is there. But at the end of the day, you're never actually free from what you say because there is always someone that's going to be affected or someone that's going to be offended by what you said. And that's the problem because there's always
that's the thing. Like,
I'm just going to recommend people watch Bernie Mac speaking. That's the funniest guy I'm ever going to listen to. That's the funniest comedian you'll ever listen to. Just watch a video of Bernie Mac speaking. And if you put him to today's generation, he would have been in prison, sacked, probably even killed because of the type of things he was saying. I recommend you watch him. I'm not going to say none of the stuff he said. Just because it's that
No,
violent.
basically, there used to be this like show, which people say that Bernie Mac like brought up. You know what's his name? Russell something.
Russell Simmons.
I don't know, but he's like the founder of like the show of like all these like comedians that you see like Kevin Hart, Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, all them like all them like comedians like.
Nah, Chris Tucker is funny.
Then, like I was watching things they said. Like obviously, I find it funny, but if they were saying that, because there was one time, you know, Kevin Hart almost like his fame almost just went boom because he mocked like gay people and stuff like that.
He didn't mock gay people.
Yeah, so he said his
son was gay.
He was saying that back then it was so open. It was so open, like you could say whatever you want. You could say whatever you want, and people would laugh at it. But then
it truly was freedom of speech.
Now, because we are growing up to being told, "Oh no, that's not nice. That's not nice." Oh, why mocking his eyebrow? Or why mocking his hairline? Why mocking his chin? Why mocking his kneecap? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, yeah, has just been shown to be like it's bullying. Obviously, it's not good to like, you know, say bad things about people, yeah. But I'm just looking at 10 years from now. I don't think banter will be so like, because you know when we're out.
Oh, this guy's Wi-Fi, man.
Pretender.
Can't say something. That's why I like darker. Yo.
Start again from saying. Yeah. Start again from when we are out.
No, when we're out, yeah, like, can you hear me now? Yeah, like when we're out, do you know how like sometimes we like tell each other, nah, you can't say that too loud. You can't say that too loud. That's the thing. Like darker. Like, there was this other guy from school, yeah. I can't say his name, but Darker knows him, innit? Like he used to just say anything. Me and Darker would laugh, and some other guys would laugh, but there'll be some people that would take.
This is violation.
Nah, you live in the same house.
Like he did not care.
I'm using my 4G.
Why
you man are mocking it, bro?
I'm using my 4G.
You man are mocking it, fam. What's wrong with you?
Why not using your 4G, G?
Bro, I put it on.
Nah, turn off your phone.
Which line are you with?
Nah, it should be patented because it keeps switching to my Wi-Fi.
Nah, my guy used to tell us so,
It should
man.
be patented.
So continue this time.
Where did I leave off this time?
The guy would say absolutely everything. You would laugh.
Yeah, like there was this guy, like he would just say whatever. And we'll just find it funny. But then there'll be some people, yeah, It's not like
How?
what?
This nigga's weird. Nah, leave him. Carry on.
Bro, he's bugging like that. Is it my internet again?
No, it's Honduras, man.
Yeah.
He's chatting.
Leave me alone,
This guy,
fam.
fam.
What do you mean I'm sleeping, fam? Leave me alone.
Sleeping in sheepskin. So obviously, like,
Nice.
like now,
feel rich.
like I'm telling you, like obviously, if you were to like put him in any situation, there was a moment that Drax was hated, for like because he had said something in it. He was just hated in a whole year, but he bounced back still. But because people just couldn't take things as a joke, and now it's getting even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's so bad now.
Can I just quickly say now before you carry on? I just want to say something. You know how the fact that it's so what can I say? It's so advertised to basically be offended about everything nowadays. Like I feel like there's so many people that allow other people to also be offended. So there are some celebrities that would be like willing to be offended to anything. So that kind of inspires other people to be offended about everything. So it's now like a ripple. It's now a ripple that's now what? Okay, so someone else is like offended about this. Okay, because they're offended about being called black, I'm not gonna be offended about being called black, right? And then Tatenda's not gonna be offended about being called black, and then Jerry's gonna be now. So now it's a ripple. Now imagine Jerry, all your friends will be, oh, I'm not gonna be offended about being black. Now imagine it's just a constant. Now everyone's offended about being called black, right?
Well,
So
I'm offended
I think
about being called black.
it's no, hold on, man. I think it's
I'm
also
joking.
the fact that the clout people get from being a victim is what allows a lot of people to want to complain about everything, because people love that clout or that feeling you get when you're a victim. Everyone wants to be a victim nowadays because you get so much clout. You feel good or whatever. Everyone has it. People love attention, and when you get attention, well, complain about everything gives you attention nowadays. Complain about being called gay gives you attention. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So
it's true. Though.
Let me tell you something.
The fact that it's been given attention, that's why a lot of people are going to continue to do it.
Attention.
Now, if we then say, okay, shut up. If we then say, right, remove the attention, remove someone being given attention when something's happening in their life, or like, let's say if someone calls them gay, for instance. Let's remove that attention they get. Do you think that person is going to continue to be offended?
Yeah, like a good example. Do you know when people say when a baby falls, yeah, they say don't look at it or don't pay attention to it and it won't cry.
Yeah, it's true.
There you go.
That's the same situation with people.
I want to hear Craig.
I can say that attention is psychologically built, and the more you feed it, the more you're going to want it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's
I'm not
very
gonna
different
lie
now.
to you. I was deep in the other day. A lot of people might find this disrespect. I don't care. But Jerry, put this in if you want. Yeah, I think a lot of people out there are faking being gay. Just for clout.
Can you say that? You offended me.
I don't care.
No, explain your point. Explain your point
right
so that you're not judged. Explain.
How delusional?
How many times? Yeah, have you seen that? If you mock someone being fruity, or even if you say the word LGBTQ, whatever, blah blah blah, yeah,
Suck man.
it's so famous. It is so famous now. Look at James
It's
Charles.
to the point that I want to be LGBT. Like,
No, please, no, not to that point. I'm sorry.
You're on your own.
Go on to Tender. Explain yourself, because I'm
But
intrigued.
do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it like just look at Caitlyn Jenner, James Charles,
beautiful.
who's this other Don family? This
Jeffree
guy.
Star.
I don't know. There's so many other people. That trans, the one that was like some Asian don, dragon or something. I don't know.
That
The
one.
Cancer Dragon.
Hey,
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's low-key peng.
she's so painful.
No comments.
Check your mans, fam. Check
Me
your
too.
No
mans.
comments. No comments.
Nah, you man
No
are done out.
comments.
You man are done out. But do you
Nah,
understand
you man,
what
shut
I'm
up.
saying, though?
You know you'd think she's paying if you didn't know she was a transgender.
Check your mans.
Shut up.
It's not Sender. Check your mans.
No, but
Wait. I'm not
Huh?
checking
Tender's-
him. I'm not checking him now.
The Tender's point is, I don't know. I understand.
As much as
Like-
people might say it's disrespectful, yeah. Okay, cool. There's actually fruity people out there that are actually fruity for real. But
Yeah.
I think there's some people
Ah,
that
no,
are
what the
just
hell?
putting it on.
Nah, Hamza, what one fam?
They're just putting it on.
Nah, I'm gonna say this,
They're
yeah.
literally just putting it on.
I'm gonna say this, yeah.
Go on, Chris.
Shit, man, you niggas are talking so much. But I feel like white people are so sensitive now. Like, if you look at it, mostly social
You
media,
say white
right?
people.
Whoa.
Huh?
Okay. Go on.
Did you
No,
say
I
white
said,
Did it?
I said
Did you just say
everyone.
white?
I
Oh my
say everyone. I didn't say
God.
white people. I didn't say white. I say everyone.
I'm white.
Okay.
I said the reason why everyone is so sensitive nowadays. Like, if you look at social media, right? People on social media, they get so much love. They get so much positive. Like, if you post something on your story, maybe your Facebook, your Instagram, right? Like, you have people follow you who are interested in whatever you're doing, right? So they comment to you and say, "Oh, yo, that's lit." So if you post your free pic, there's 3 people following. So they'll be like, yeah, they support that kind of stuff, innit? But then in person, in real life, no one gets like the amount of
actually cares.
positive that you get in real life and compared to social media is so different. Get me? So in real life, it's like down here. In social media, it's like up. So when you say something in
100%.
real life and you offend someone, or like you say something, it's like you're speaking your mind, innit? It gets to them. It's like, why are you saying that? Everyone else says, I am good, I am this, I am that. But then you come through in real life and say, no, you are. It gets to them. It gets to
I
their
actually
heads.
heard
Social media is a
transgenders aren't
virtual
even
life.
rape.
Yeah.
Like, social media is a virtual life. That's what it is.
Plus, and to talk about what do you call it, about attention. Do I said like everyone attention, something like that, right?
Everyone
Yeah, attention.
Attention seekers.
Yeah, I feel like in this generation, in the world we live in right now, that's what's giving so many people that social proof. So they seek it.
Can I quickly say something before? This is the last thing I'm saying about this.
Yeah, go on.
You know, remember that thing I was talking? I think when was it? Last week or the week before, when we were talking a lot about not a lot of people know their purpose, or we were talking about purpose, and not a lot of people know their purpose. I just thought about it just now. But do you not think a lot of a big reason why a lot of people are willing to just be victims and attention seek online? Because if they didn't do that, they actually don't know their purpose. So it's almost as if like me being a victim online, it allows me to feel like I've got a purpose.
Because
Them being a victim online,
it grabs attention. It grabs people's attention.
It then relates back to the attention thing. So they believe that I'll do anything. You know the whole thing about women lying about being raped or being touched by mandem just because they want that attention or they want that validation of feeling like they've got a purpose. And I feel like it's the same way for a lot of people with a lot of things that are said nowadays. Oh, you're gay. Oh, the person called me gay. They feel like that's their purpose. They feel purposeful. They feel like that's their meaning in life. And I feel like because that's a very big
if you think about it as well,
topic in life.
If you think about
such a big
if you think about as well, on internet, on social media, it's so easy to find someone who's going through the exact same thing you're going through. It's so easy.
Tanaka,
you know?
Obviously, we can all agree that we agree with the question, but Tanaka, I didn't understand what you just said, that being insulted is your purpose. What?
I'm saying, right, the fact that not a lot of people, like, you know, the whole thing about, oh, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't actually know exactly what I'm supposed to do in life, blah, 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 blah. that whole vibe that a lot of people that's something I'm sure 90%, 95, 99% of the world has, right? And I feel like not a lot of people know their purpose. So what I'm saying is, when a lot of these times when you hear, oh, I'm a victim, or I feel offended, whatever, I feel like a lot of the times you see that the people that are offended, they don't actually know what their purpose is in life. And being offended is almost like their purpose. They feel like, oh, this is the only thing that I know that I can, that this allows me to feel like I've got meaning, you know?
Or it's like you're
No?
looking down on their it's like you're looking down on their main, like, definite aim in life, you get me? So if you go and
like
you talk down on that,
me getting attention online is my purpose. So whatever that takes, I'm gonna do it. So if it means I'm gonna be offended about someone saying I'm gay, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be offended, and I'm gonna get attention. That's my purpose.
All right,
next question.
Let's go. This is great conversation, guys. So, is the grading system used in high school effective and a true test of students' intellect?
Where was that?
Highly disagree. Highly disagree.
The
Say
grading
it again. Say it again, please.
That's what I want to hear.
I swear niggas said no before the question was even finished.
No, I literally understand
in the
it.
gulag.
I
Say it again,
understand.
please.
Let me start again. Is the grading system used in high school effective and a true test of students' intellect?
No.
Obviously.
Okay. First, Zenda, H, one.
Now, if DeAndre was there, he would be like, "Yes, it is."
Let me get him back. Go to Zenda.
If you look at all most of the richest people who are in control of our today's gadgets or either use of brand, they're dropped out of school. So I wouldn't say intelligence and smart is. I don't think the school system has a big play on forming our intelligence. Partly, some people can argue because it can push those people to get out of that mindset and help them to develop for themselves. So, like, obviously, if you see most of the billionaires, like, if you look at Mark Zuckerberg, he decided to, like, drop out of school. You can say that setup of that system helped him to become where he's at. So, in an argument, you can say it kind of does help to open the minds of those who are meant to follow that purpose and to do what they're actually put on this world to do. But I wouldn't say the government or the educational system has the right system or equipped. I'm reading this book, actually. I've been reading this book called Dumbing Us Down. And he talks about how the education system in America and even Britain as well, they developed their classroom and, sit down, be quiet, look at the teacher. If you want to go toilet, you ask the teacher, raise up your hands. You do that, and we set up with you in sets as well. That was all made from. It's not a good time. It's done out. That was all formed through the use of factories. So what they used to do in factories, that system was used so that people are efficient in making an item or a product. Say you have the master who's looking over to the people who are doing the labor work, and they can't talk, they can't speak, they can only talk to raise up their hands to speak to the master. And basically they took that and they put it through to use that for school. So basically it's a done out system that has been used over and over and over again, that you have And you look at cars, right? Cars have been made, right? But they've developed every single year. You look at phones. Phones have developed every single year. So you look at everything that we use from day to day, shoes, clothes, they get developed every single year. And our education system still hasn't been developed. Tell me why.
I don't think anybody could have said it better to Tinder. Well done, man.
But
Like, that's
yeah,
amazing.
I've
it's
got
a
a
good
question
book,
then.
man.
I've
You
got a
need to read
question.
it. It's a good book.
That was actually a really
Which
good
is
answer. I think that's the best answer we've had.
I appreciate that,
I've
man.
got a question then. What
Let's give you ups.
what can help, what can justify or stamp how intellectual we are?
I think
think
it's,
I think the
I think
process
nothing, yeah.
that like you figure out, because everyone learns different. I said this to Craig and DeAndre, but DeAndre disagreed because okay. But basically, everyone learns different. You know, yes, there's people who learn from books, but there's people who learn from listening, from doing the experiment. So I think as a school, you should learn the students, not teach them the books. Learn every single student. Figure out how they learn. Like, how does Tanaka learn? How does Jerry learn? How does Satenda learn? And then give them that. That will show them that, yes, they can apply their natural abilities to the real world. Instead of just be like, oh, read from this book from 2002. And in 2 hours, write down everything you know about it. And boom, you get a fucking D because that's how much you could have remembered. So, yeah, I think you should really figure out how a student learns and then do it.
I don't know, on top of what Hamza said, it's actually pretty good because deep in it, within that day you had an exam, you could have had a bad day, and you just having a bad, just because you had a bad day in it, that they judge you on they judge your intelligence just because of one day. Deep that, and you have one grade, like literally justifying your intelligence, just one grade.
Yeah, I think just to add on what you man have just said is, it's like imagine a whole years of work all being judged on one day.
Yeah, so done now.
I feel like there's only a few.
Stupid.
I don't know what subjects there are, but there's only a few subjects that you only get to. You get the opportunity to, kind of, you're graded for the year. You're graded for everything you've done within that year. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I love coursework, just because
it's so good.
The fact that you're not just graded from 1 hour or from 2
design
to 3
courses.
hours. Imagine 3 hours you need to piss, right? You need to piss that whole 3 hours. You can't even focus because you need to piss. Does that make any sense? Imagine
that was me. That was actually me. I need to piss so bad, so I have to run.
Let's say someone, okay, this is deep, but let's say someone you know has died, yeah, and you've got a 3-hour exam. How am I going to do that exam when, you know what I'm saying, my mind ain't even on 3 hours? You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I don't know. I just feel
I
like
got a question.
Go on.
I got a question for all of you. Would you open your own school or university?
100%. I would love to.
But
I would love to.
But how would you implement your rules on it? How would you encourage this society that thinks ABC is good? Is what, you know? How would you portray that my system works?
I would have less pupils, just because it would either be less pupils or more teachers. So
I think
more teachers in the sense that I want one teacher to be able to focus on at least 1 or 2 people, right? So imagine you've got a teacher, one person that focuses on you, right? So now imagine that person focuses on you. They know you. They talk to you. They evaluate you. Everything you study is all shaped for you, right? And it's like they know what you do in your daily life. They know the PE you do. They know the maths you do. They know how you are in science, blah, blah, blah. They know what you enjoy. They know you in and out as if like they're your parent, right?
Yeah, I'm going to slap a student if they would.
Imagine that way. It's just going to be so much more beneficial. You're gonna grow that child will grow to be whatever the best he could possibly be, just because everything was catered around him and his abilities or her abilities. And I think that's how I'll bring it up. It'll be a lot of money though, because obviously I'm paying
Yeah, I was gonna
teachers
say that.
and
Because
teachers
I
and
think
teachers and teachers.
because
But
I think
you're
sorry.
gonna bring out millionaires. You're gonna bring out billionaires. You're gonna bring out scientists. You're gonna bring out you're gonna bring out gamers. You're gonna bring out all these types of people from different things. Because what I'm saying is like, I'm sure a lot of parents would want to pay for that just because it's so
Exclusive.
it's so custom
Yeah,
to your child.
yeah.
And a lot of parents would want their child to have the best education possible, and I think that'll be the best education possible. So I think as much as it will be a lot of money, it will be making a lot of money.
It's sort of private
I've,
education, though, isn't it? Like sort of private education.
Yeah, sort of. But if it was like that, the government would be willing to pay for it. The government can afford it.
I think the thing about education and the systems within education right now, it brings a lot of self-confidence down. There's a lot of, I think people don't understand how high school can form you to become an older person that you are today.
Yeah.
Like, you being sitting in that little chair and the teacher's telling you to be quiet can have an effect on you as an older person. And in a sense of like, I'm trying to put it in a sense. So in a sense of like, your confidence can be shut down due to someone else having a better grade than you in class.
Mm-hmm.
So you get told Hamza hit A star and you're getting what? D.
And you feel devalued.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
And you
true.
literally have
That's
the
true.
same
That's
teacher.
true. That's so
You have
true.
the same teacher. You're sat in the same tables and they're teaching you all, but you have different skills. Like what Hamza said, you all learn different, but they're all teaching you the way how Hamza is effective. Like that. It's the best way, right? It's the best way for Hamza, but it's not the best way for you. So now you're judged because they're teaching. They're teaching.
Yo. Oi, crap. Wait, no. I'm hopping. You know what you just said about So Hamza gets an A star and you get a D, and how I just mentioned you start feeling more devalued and you feel like you're less important.
Yeah.
Or, you know, because in school grades are the thing.
100%.
If you're getting crap grades, you are a crap kid. You are not as good. And I feel like that's where social media then plays a role on being the bad thing. Because now when I go onto social media, I'll be like, okay, cool, I'm on social media. This is my relief. This is where I go to relief because I feel
It's
depressed.
like the drug.
I'm depressed because so you're going to school, right? And school is depressing you. You're going back home and then you're going on social media, starting to compare yourself with other people, and now you're feeling depressed. You're always depressed now. Now imagine your mood is always
Law of
depressed.
attraction.
And then you go back to school. You're still depressed. Your vibe is always depressed. You're getting bad grades again. So it's almost like a circle. So if you're bad, or not bad, if you're not good at the educational system, you're always going to be depressed because either way you look at it, everything is always looking at it in a negative manner, right? So you go to school, everything is depressing. You're getting crap grades. Everyone's getting better grades. You can't figure out why. Why? Because and this then goes to what Hans was talking about. You learn differently, but you don't actually know how you learn because the teachers aren't working on how you learn. They're working on how everyone should learn. So now you think there's something wrong with you, but then you go back to social media and then things are not working out in your life as it looks on social media. Now you feel depressed. Now imagine you're always depressed. Your energy is always low. So this is what the society. And then this is crap. There's so much that could happen. And then this is when the evil niggas, the evil system starts to feed off that depression. You start buying stuff off impulse. You start doing this off impulse. And then now investing. You can't even think about investing. You can't think about doing more productive things in your life because you're now accustomed to depression. Now you even after school, you'll be willing to go back into a 9-to-5 job, a job you don't like, just because you're depressed. And then life is just set up for you to be depressed, so then you can rely on other things like social media and other
What I'm
things.
gonna say is,
no, wait.
what I'm gonna say is,
You know the
you know
thing
what I'm
about
saying?
What I'm gonna say is. What I'm gonna say is.
Nah, shut up.
Fam, I haven't talked in 10 minutes, fam. I've been listening all this
Go on,
time.
talk, man.
I'm gonna say
I'm done.
this in it.
I'm done.
It's a lot of attraction, fam. That's it. Like, think about when you're in high school, none of these things really get to your mind, like about, law of attraction, manifesting, blah blah blah. Schools, there's no focus whatsoever on anything like this. So when you get programmed to failing, fucking hell, I get this guy.
Keep talking, man, because I want to talk.
I get this guy, fam. What's wrong with him?
Keep talking, because I want to say something.
But it's like so when you start getting programmed, failing and getting D's and E's and U's, then you go social media, same thing. You attract the same energy. You got anyway, the same energy. You got your parents, they're like, oh, you're a failure. You fail. You're gonna be, you're gonna be in the streets. You're gonna be homeless, whatever,
100%.
whatever, blah blah blah. So you kind of mentally, since that's something that's pretty much clouding your whole mind. You start manifesting it. You start attracting that energy over and over again. So I feel like if schools focus more on really teaching people about the true nature about how they can really function to their best potential as a person in terms of law of attraction, manifesting, just teach them those basic mind things. Anyone can be really successful in school, but they don't do that because they're not built for those things. They're like industrialized. I say industrial, however, like they're for industry people. It's just like you're taught how they want you to learn. You learn what they want you to learn, how much they want you to learn from it. Like it's like you have no control whatsoever. You just kind of following the.
That's whatever. Very true. That's very true.
Just see, like the system was set up for if you look at the States in America, the people who have bad grades are most likely to be in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing, if you look at the design and the architecture of the prison was formed from, and even the system of the prison was formed through the design of a high school. So you have the bell that tells you this is break time.
Mm-hmm.
You have the bell that tells you you need to go back in your cell. You have the bell that tells you come out of your cell now, you're free. But you have the bell to tell you, to inform you, you need to go back to class. It's time to go back and sit down and listen to the teacher. It's time to go back and sit down in your cell where there's no one else. So if like how Tanaka was telling, it's a cycle that you have this one kid who has getting bad grades. Most likely that kid is going to end up in the streets. And what is he going to do in the streets? Find a squad, which is probably just thought the same of school. Dead school. School is not my thing. You know what? But actually not understanding that it's not them, it's the system and it's the way how they've been taught and they actually have a bigger purpose in life. But it's just because these mans, and it's like that's what my whole brand is all about. It's about the youth. It's about the people who are still yet to come. It's about a message. It's about a message that it's about a message for people to get out of the boxes of what the government and the system puts you in. You get me? But yeah.
No, but think about it this way as well, like to support your points.
Hello?
It's like who says hello?
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
It's like you're not supposed to question anything in school, Like really, you're not supposed to. It's like your job is to there listen, and when you answer the question, it's a question that's already like the answer is already like it's not something extreme, it's not out of this whatever the school knows about,
I feel like that's why teachers get paid so low because not really doing much. They're just
teachers are just repeating a textbook. They are a textbook. They do the same things every single. Imagine if you're a year 7 teacher, you're just doing the same book.
Yeah.
If you're an English teacher, year 7, you're just reading the same book until they try to change it into a different book.
Yeah,
you just study
my
that
year
book.
7 French teacher, She's seen me grow up from year 7 to like 6th form. She's still teaching the exact same pages 4 years later. It's just a different batch. So wouldn't you guys agree that the government is almost training us to be employees?
100%.
That's what the school system is for.
Of course.
It's literally like for you to get out of there and work in an organization where you are doing the labor, hard work for somebody else.
What do you think there's a chance? The office 9 to 5.
Like you're not supposed to question anything you're doing. You know, it's like follow your rules and just get it complete, get it done.
Can I just quickly say something with the whole system in the education, like in the school itself? You know, Craig, you hit on something saying you're not allowed to question the teachers, or you're not allowed to actually like kind of what's the word? Like try to be different in terms of like you can't even be different in a classroom. You're learning to eat the same thing. You're always being fed the same thing, and you can't question and say, "Oh, that's wrong," or "Why is that?" "Oh, you can't do that." And so what something just popped up is I feel like it's all come to the conditioning. Tatenda knows about this conditioning. We're all being conditioned.
Training you for prison or training you for 9 to 5?
It's true. That's what's up. All right, let's jump onto the straight.
Wait, can I just say something? One quick thing. Okay. It's not even a point. I just like I'm being super real with you guys. I really, really do. I'm grateful to be within a circle of people that sort of share the same mindset and values on the system, in the sense that we do have the choice and the freedom to be different and stand out. So I just wanted to quickly say like thank you, and I'm really appreciative of that. Like, continue.
Thank you so much.
It's love. I'm keeping that. That's beautiful.
What's up?
All right.
What's up?
Next. Next question, right?
I don't understand simp. Like, why is that thing? Like, what does it even mean?
Neither do I.
What's a simp?
Simp. Like, I don't know. Like, what? So if you show a lot of love to women, you're a simp. Is that what it means?
No.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
it is.
That's not what it means.
If you do anything for your girl, that's you're apparently a simp. I call that love.
No,
that's not being a simp, motherfucker.
That's not being a simp. You see,
what's a simp?
What is a simp?
Oh, go on.
There's an alpha guy, right? There's an alpha male, right? There's alpha. There's sigmas. There's whatever. What's the lowest one?
Beta.
Yeah, that one, right? So the alphas, like anyone can be. I think anyone can be a simp, but alphas are very unlikely to be a simp. But I feel like simps, it's just like when you overdo things, when you chase a girl, when you overdo something, when you like, let's say you're talking to a girl, right? She has no interest in you, but then you just stick around with the hopes that she might eventually start liking you, and you're doing all these things for her, but she has no interest in you. That's
Craig. Why is that bad?
That's not bad.
Oh,
it's not necessarily bad.
Oh, what's that?
The word simp is not necessarily bad. It's just just an explanation. It's almost like it's just a word for those people.
But it's an insult. It's an insult, though.
Did you say it's
you
bad?
Can take it as an insult.
Did you say it's not bad to talk to a girl?
If I'm chasing a girl, I'm gonna get her.
Hold on, bro.
Well, let me go on Urban Dictionary.
Let me get into details, right? So, you're talking to a girl, right?
Okay.
She has no.
Hold on. This is the Urban Dictionary. Hold on, man. Let me just say this: the dictionary. Okay, a simp is someone who does way too much for a person they like.
That's what I'm saying.
Brian.
Yeah, but that's love.
Example.
Like, that's love.
No, it's not love. There's a difference. You see, when you do.
Okay, so hold on. Let me explain. It's saying, there's an example. Brian, the simp, he says, I bought her a car.
Oh, listen.
Shut up. It says, Brian the simp speaks. I bought her a car and a whole ass house, and we're not even dating.
There you go.
Nathan the pimp said, you are a simp.
No, but if
You are a
that's your,
simp
if
because you
that's your
bought a
like,
girl.
if that's your
You're
way
not
to get a
dating.
woman,
Boys,
that's fine.
boys. Let me, boys.
Like one of the longest lasting
Or,
relationships
or
I've
hold on,
seen.
hold on. There's another example. I think this one will actually make more sense. It says someone who will say anything to please someone, particularly a girl, in the hopes that they will be in good favor with that person.
Oh my, boys. Let me tell you. That's exactly. Bro. Let me tell you something.
Someone who do what?
Let me tell you
A
something.
man who puts the hose before the bros.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. If you start talking to a girl this girl has zero interest in you, but you're fully interested in her, and then you start going, you're going months, 2 months in, or weeks or days, and she still has no interest in you. She'd rather talk to the other guy. She has a guy who's dick in her guts. She has a guy on.
Nah, what the?
Then she has a guy. Bro, I'm talking the truth. Let me finish.
Wait, let me finish.
Let me finish.
Go on.
She has a guy who's like you can stay there and be the nicest guy, sending her texts, sending her flowers, doing
Good
this,
morning,
taking on dates, but she has no interest in you. She just entertains you for the sake that you show her this affection. Girls love that. They love the affection from other guys.
No, but I feel like that's how love begins.
You know what I mean? Wait, do you know what I
Sounds like
mean?
as if you've been hurt, fam.
Oh, do you know what's? Do you know what simp?
That's how love.
Does
like,
anyone
how do you
know what
explain?
simp means?
How do you guys explain Shrek?
Jeez, man. Oh, why you? Oh, don't talk about the cartoons, fam. Piss me off. Oh.
No, but yo, like, wait, you know,
Why is he getting hurt?
No, I feel like simp is such a dead term. No, it's dead.
It is.
I feel like if you really want a woman,
if you wanna know what simp means, go research yourself, innit?
If you
Go
really
research
want
yourself.
a woman, you really want a woman, even if she's not interested, she will fall in interest.
Hamza,
Hold on.
Let me finish. I'm not done. Let me just finish. I've few more sentences.
This is the last definition.
Oh, go on.
It's the last definition. It said this is the last one, but I think this one will probably make the most sense.
Go on.
A simp is a word that everyone overuses without the correct definition. It means a guy that is overly desperate for women, especially if she is a bad person or has expressed her disinterest in him.
Exactly what I'm saying.
That's real.
Exactly what I'm saying.
They are usually just virgins that will accept coochie from anyone, regardless of who they are.
Okay, that
exactly what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, that one made sense.
To also like to
So wait, tell me this, guys.
Hamza, you say something. Hamza, you
tell
say
me this.
something.
Let me put a situation in. Right? Let's say I go to uni, right, and I find this, like, she ticks every box. Okay, like she's religious, she cooks, she's smart, she's got money, whatever, right? Whatever your list is, right? But she doesn't have interest in you right now. But you keep chasing her, chase. Does that make you a simp?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Now let me
period.
Now let me tell you something. This girl might eventually. This girl might eventually. Yo.
Why the hell are you even chasing a girl, fam? Dead.
Wait, listen, man. Let me just finish it, right? This girl might eventually like grow an interest in you, but that interest will come from the lack of options around her. You get me? So she'll explore with other niggas. By the time when you be chasing someone else, some 10 more niggas are digging them guts. 10 more niggas digging. They're going in. But you're chasing. You're busy buying this, taking on dates. But she's like,
hey, one thing that I'm gonna tell you, right? One thing that I'm gonna tell you. This is just like, never chase a girl. If you chase a girl, that's unattractive to them. Never chase a girl. That's so unattractive.
Bro. That's
so unattractive.
Now I'm going.
Hamza, bro. Hey, Hamza, yeah. If you find a girl, even if she fits your boxes, yeah. If she has no interest in you, I beg you don't chase. I beg you just let it go.
Even though she likes you, don't chase a girl. Even though she likes you, don't chase her.
Now I'm not talking about chasing. I'm just saying, like, from like a okay, this is gonna sound very simpy, quote unquote, but like you genuinely love her, like you have deep feel, like she is the one. You know, people say like you found the one.
You gotta understand, it's not about you. It doesn't matter what you feel. It doesn't matter what you feel. It's not about you. It's about her. What does she feel about you? Nothing. Zero. Boom. Egg. What are you talking about? Live it.
Yeah, no, I think that's a
But what
point.
if
That's
in
a good point that Craig is saying.
But what if in like 4 months down the line, she's like, you know what? He's actually really nice and
I
dedicated.
told you this. It's the lack of options she has around her. The options have lessened. But you're still sticking around. You're still the guy who just showing affection every day.
So you're gonna be the second option.
She needs the.
No, real talk. Like, if a girl is not gonna go with you for the first time when you were interested in her,
is that Pepe?
More time probably when she comes back to you and she says, "Yeah, I want it." Your second option,
bro. Trust me, yeah. The options have gone down, but you are still the guy sticking around. Probably,
why should I?
Probably, yeah. She has went from being a 10 to a 7, but you're still blinded by the fact that she is this and that. She's probably now a thought. She's now a slut, but you're still stuck around. You're still showing affection. Did you go? You know what? I'll use this guy.
All right, let's jump. Next question.
Oh,
Next question.
Hey.
Sorry, people. Sorry. Right.
No.
Got 2 questions left, and we can chat as much as we want. So, next question. If you could design your perfect planet, what would it look like?
Not like this.
Well, you want what would it look like? Countries?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Because this is God's planet. So everything was done pure perfection. It's just the human beings that have made it fucked up.
Yeah. That's not the question, man. Answer the question.
I would create Earth with no human beings.
So who would be here?
No one. I feel like just animals.
Yeah, man.
Just. I think.
But humans are animals.
It is.
Apparently,
it's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't know what's up with all that about humans and animals. Like, God created us differently. You know what I'm saying? He created animals.
Wait, do you guys believe in evolution, like the Christianity religion? That humans were like gorillas and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I personally don't believe that we were born like this. I wasn't born not born. I don't think we were created like this. We were probably created as something else, like not completely different,
like
but
a fish.
It was like I'd say probably similar to an ape, right? But it was more human-like. Yeah, but then
so you believe in it. So you believe in that sort of like stage, like the cavemen.
Yeah, I believe it. That's how it happened. Yeah.
Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like even in the Bible, like if we go back to Christianity, there's a lot of if you have to realize there is a lot of missing blanks. There's not
100%
in the Bible. The Bible does not tell you on every single year everything that happened. Like even if you go back to Adam and Eve, and then Adam and Eve had their children, and then they literally skipped the whole thing. They skipped from Adam and Eve's children all the way to Abraham, which is like 100 generations later.
The only time they don't skip is Jesus. But obviously there are some part when they say Jesus was gone from the age of 12 and he came back at the age of what?
30 or something, 29.
30 something, yeah. 30. And you'd be thinking, what was he doing during that time?
So they skip a lot. They
skip
a lot.
But answering that as well, though, you know how there used to be giants in the Bible. There was Goliath.
I don't know, but
you know that the fact that why there were giants is because the angels that were beating women, human beings. So God's angels came down. Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
I'm being serious. It's actually mad. And then they created this giant, like Goliath.
So would you say tall people are actually from angels?
Yeah.
Let's go.
They were giants. They were giants, fam. They were big.
No, because it would be demonic angels. Because the evil angels are the ones that came down.
No, they were God's beings.
You know,
it says in the Bible. It says I read it. It's Genesis something. It says God's being came down, and they because they thought the women were beautiful, so they done
that
bits.
doesn't make any sense. Wow,
can we stick to the question and then we can do that afterwards?
Let's stick to the question.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Yes,
being
sir.
serious. Check it.
Yeah,
It's not
he's
even
being
saying I'm
serious.
lying.
He's being for real. He's being for real. He's being for
Well,
real.
God's angels came down and beat women.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right, man. Let me go see that.
All right, let's stick to the
Oh,
question.
hold on, by beating, hold on. We have different meanings of beating, fam. Which beating you talking about?
Yeah, made babies.
Babies were done.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I'm being
Which is
serious. It's
yeah,
Genesis,
that's true.
something. It's Genesis. Just watch it.
It's
Or
like
read it.
they found the females attractive, and then over
Yeah.
time they started
Yeah.
having more sex and sex. And God was like, okay, that's enough. I'm out
That's
of them
done out.
because
Yeah.
the energy they just kind of spilling their seeds
No,
towards all these females.
because they have
Yeah.
power. They were having so much power. They create these big giants. That's why
'Cause the reason-
Goliath had all the brothers as well. So there was a lot of giants in this world.
Because the reason why there's so much power is because God was still in them. They didn't like look at females and have sex, but by the time
Guys.
when they saw
Guys.
these ladies, they're like, ooh, sweet, let me beat.
Guys.
All right, now let's move on. Answer the
Yeah,
question.
okay. Back to the question. If you had your own world, what would it look like? Would you create your own world?
It would just be.
Would you have countries? Would you not have countries? Tanaka said he wouldn't have anybody in it. Just keep it animal based.
I would have people because I think people is the most greatest creation that God ever made. You need to understand that.
Don't say that.
Yeah, 100%. It
Don't
says
say
that
what-
in the Bible. That's
Yeah,
his
it
greatest
says-
creation. Imagine he took time for us. We're the last ones. And I think for everyone, if you need to understand that you're not just gonna create your most prideful thing first. You're not gonna do that. So
Okay, hold on. Rephrase this question. Let's do it on the terms of no religion. No, don't bring in religion or anything. Just is the
but
word.
I don't see Christian as a religion. It's a way of living.
Faith.
Wait. I'm just saying because obviously for respect of others, in it. So that's what I'm saying. Just answer the question as it is.
And the viewers.
Yeah, no, I still have human beings in it. It's just a way of how it's just the way how we've corrupted it. That's it. But I'll still have human beings, but it goes back to conditioning from back then and the world how it's leading to nowadays. It's so much conditioning because my younger sister, she's been born into a world that has been so conditioned that that's her normal. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I know that it's like how can a young kid just be born and be given an iPad and exposed to the world just like that? But yeah.
It's interesting.
Good deep, man.
So you just get a big ball of conditioning. You're just going round and round and round and round in circles.
Oh, Jerry, when you say that question, what do you mean? Are you trying to say like, I would have love instead of oceans? What exactly you trying? I would have stones instead of trees. What do you mean by that?
Hamza, explain the
question. Hamza,
What?
Explain the question.
Wait, what question am I on?
If you could design your this world, how would you design it?
Okay, so basically that question stems from the fact, from my perspective, like if you could redesign Earth or heck even create your own planet, what would you do in it? Like how would it work? Like would you share the characteristics of the Earth? Would you have no animals? Would you have no humans? Would you have fast food? Would you have internet? Like what would your perfect planet look like?
I think my perfect planet would be, my first priority would be having an architecture that surrounds every need of a human being. So I think
so food, shelter, and
yeah. So I think with the architecture that it has recently been built is for profit, not for the needs of us. It's for profit. So if you look at my accommodation right now that I'm living in, it's for profit, 100%. And it's the way how it's structured, the way how it's even positioned, and where it's aimed at, and where it is at. If you look at it's literally central. And why would you think it's central? Because most fast foods are here, and there's going to be students living here. So most probably these kids don't really cook. So
Wait, what are you talking about?
no, I understand what I'm saying. So imagine, right, an accommodation which is positioned in a central place, right, where there's most fast food and where you can order. So you understand these young kids are gonna be living here. So you understand that it's gonna go all the way around because these kids are gonna be buying food from fast foods. You know what I mean? It's quick. So for me, if I was to design something, I would design something that's there that will fit people's needs, not fit for profit. If you understand what I mean.
You make a world that would cater for you, that would actually...
Yeah, that would
So
cater,
you
not
instead of
go
having
against you,
fast
because I think
food...
our architecture and our design is
Exactly.
against us, not for us.
So, for example, you instead of having you have, instead of having KFC outside your student accommodations, you have like trees with fruit on them, so then people can have area to plant and this that. Yeah,
100%.
so that the world feeds you.
Can I want to explain my world real quick.
Picture that one of the boy.
Oh crap! Sorry. Now for me,
In the church, by the way, in every position place.
Not like this guy. What's wrong?
Oh, I just delete. No. I just wanted to say, obviously, I would have a few people from, like, okay, my world only consists of, make it 10 million people, right? Yeah.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
That's tiny. Wait till you
It's
hear
going
my
to be 10
answer.
million people because, listen, it would be 10 million people in this, like, imagine 10 million people in Earth as a whole, right? So it'd be like 10,000 people per country, something like that. So it would be like that. And I want it to be a very simple world, very, very straightforward world. Like, when I mean straightforward, I want it to be like, there's no if, buts, maybe. There's no like, how can I say it? Like, everything is straightforward. There's no, oh, I meant this, or I meant this. I said this, but I meant this. Like, what I say is what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's gonna be like a very, you know what I'm saying, very that type of world. And that's just the conditioning that I want to be used in the schools. No, not well. The schools I've already mentioned how I would want my schools. I don't even know. There'd be just so much agriculture, food. Oh, beautiful. Cultures. I want them to be different cultures, of course, different cultures, and no one gets hurt, about stupid stuff. Like I said, everything's straightforward. So if you're ugly, I'll tell you, yo, you're ugly, bro. You need to fix that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're fat. You're fat. You need to fix that.
Fix something.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Everything's
don't know. How
straightforward.
can you fix something that you're born with?
No. Ugly as in like, you can be ugly like mentally or fit and not physically. Ugly as in your attitude or your personality, the things that you can change, things you can adapt. You be like, yo, bro, the way you talk is ugly.
That makes sense.
The way you look at or talk about those people, that's ugly. That's disgusting. You shouldn't do that. Like, it's gonna be a very straightforward place.
Oh, I thought you
Maybe
meant looks-wise and physically. I was like, this guy's done out.
No, obviously not. The only things you can't really change is what weight and being a fat person.
But no, I like that. I like that.
So
that's so detailed.
Yeah, but apart from that, it'll be a very simple world, very straightforward, very simple. Like, yes, there'll be creative people, there'll be like designers, there'll be people that want to step out the box, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying it'll be like a box world, but everything's straightforward. Like, if you want to go design something else, if you want to get ripped jeans, whatever, you do it, but it's straightforward. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, if you want to be a hoe, you be a hoe. There's no, I want to be a hoe, but I'm not sure. If you want to be Christian, you can be a Christian.
You know what I'm saying? Everything's straightforward. You do as it is.
It's like that. I like
That's
that a lot.
crazy.
I think, personally, my world, I would base it around the Garden of Eden.
That's beautiful.
How this whole world, you can have the whole world, every human. I'll keep it the same, the amount we have, but there's only one place we cannot go. There's only one place we cannot go as humans.
Coincidence.
And if you do, huh?
Nothing. Sorry, I coughed.
No coincidence. But yeah, I think that would not only discipline people, but bring some sort of I don't know. I think it would just be interesting to see what humans would be like, knowing they can't do one thing, but they can do everything else that the world has to offer. Because think about what the world has to offer right now, but we just can't do one thing.
See,
I'm just thinking that would be great, like a social experiment almost.
See, Joe, that's the human mind. I love your idea, right? That's the human mind. But the human mind never likes the hidden stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know what I mean? So the human mind will always go for the stuff that's not allowed. So it's like whenever I tell my little sister, I'm like, don't touch that. But her mind will probably be like, yeah, go touch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can tell her like, you can play with that, but just don't play with that. But next moment I see her playing with the thing that I just told her not to play with, but she can play with. I'm like, well, I just told you to not play with that, but you're playing with it now. But it goes to how the human mind will always direct you to where you're not supposed to go. So it's always intrigued. It's something about we'd like. So that's why you see more cheating. People love to cheat because it's not allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like, cheating is looked at as like, yo, that's done out. So it's like, you know, there's something about secrecy as well, like secret, like chopping in secret. Like people will go beat in secret. They love it because it adds a bit of sauce. No, not trying to sound done out, but people love secret. People love, whoa, what's that secret? Oh, how come you can't do that? Oh no, I want to do it. Let's do it. But
Can I ask my answer? Can I speak, please?
Of course.
Alright, so my world, it would be very similar to Earth, but I would not have Earth in terms of there's Asia, there's Africa, there's North America. I'll just have one continent. Let's say it's Asia. There'll be no fast food. The food, everything is like Tanaka, very similar to Tanaka, but I will only have 100,000 people on it.
Whoa.
I would have very less people, and everything will be so simple. Like, there is no politics. There's no sort of, like, everyone is just so in tune with each other. There's
Everyone
no
knows their place.
technology.
So your whole world will be smaller than Norwich.
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish. Yeah, it's crazy because
that's a big
it's
world.
8 billion. But if you really think about it, everyone just respects each other. Like, everyone understands limits. Everyone goes to hunt their own food, cook their own food.
But that's what I said.
Everyone is just so simple. Like, there is no, like, I want to make more money. Like, money is not really a thing. Power is not a thing people chase. Like, everything is just so simple. Like, people play with each other. Kids are playing football, not on their iPads. Like, everything is just simple. What?
People play with each other.
Yeah, man, like, people. See,
these guys are dirty,
you guys are
man.
messed up. I'm saying in terms of like conversations, like people speak to each other instead of being on the phone. Like, just a simple world, you know?
I think for me there'll be also like laws on, like, social media is cut down. It's cut from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m.
Nah, my world wouldn't have social media. I think social media
that's beautiful.
It shouldn't exist.
Actually, I rate that. I want that as well. I'm taking that too.
You don't think social media?
I hate social media.
So, boys, on the last final question from Hamza.
Yeah.
Last question is, if you could level up any aspect of your life, so your strength, your intelligence, your charisma, anything, but you had to decrease another aspect of your life by the same amount,
Wait.
what aspects would you increase and which would you decrease? The last question.
Boom. Finale.
Hamza, I don't like you, man.
first.
I don't like you, Hamza. You piss off.
That's a good question. That's a
I
really
left
good
the
question.
most interesting one for the last question.
You answer first, man. You
Yeah.
answer first.
I'm not ready.
Nah, you are. You know your questions. You're ready.
Nah.
You knew your answer the moment that question popped up into your head.
No, I didn't. I promise I didn't.
I don't care. Answer first.
Ah, shit. Give me 5 minutes.
Me, it will be increasing my speed and then decreasing my blinking. Thank you so much. I need
Blinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is good. Yeah.
Oh,
I think we should answer it. No, we should.
I just thought about it.
Wait, Hamza, before you answer, we should answer it in a mental way, how we think, and also a physical way.
What? Man?
Like, because your charisma, that's mental, isn't it? That's how you think, how you make up jokes.
No, charisma is
But
physical. Charisma is like charisma is physical. That's if you're a charismatic person, it's like you're physically like very smooth and flowy.
No, charisma is like you're able to talk well, you convey your message, you think in a profound way. That's charisma.
No, that's how you present yourself in a charismatic way. Charisma is not insight.
Charisma is a skill. Charisma is a skill that you can improve.
Answer the normal way. Answer the normal way. I'll stop confusing things. Go on, continue.
Okay, mine is I would increase my intelligence, but I would decrease how much I need to use the toilet.
I'll decrease how much I need to sleep.
Think about it. If you really think about it, that's genius, because if you decrease the need for you to pee and poo, and then increase your intelligence, best answer ever.
Or we can just decrease sleep, because sleep is what takes like third of your life anyway.
Because some people can naturally like adapt to sleep less.
What's
like,
the question? What's the question? I don't even know what the question. I'm just answering. What's the question?
If you were able to, let me just get it up quick. So, if you could level up any aspect of your life, i.e., strength, intelligence, charisma, but you had to decrease another aspect of your life,
like what?
By the same amount. Hamza, give an example.
Right, okay.
Yeah, actually, I would increase my wealth.
I get it. No, I get it.
Which would you increase and decrease?
Now that Jerry explained it in a different way, I would say that I would increase my art of wealth, but decrease my procrastination and fearfulness of things. That's my answer.
Yeah, I think I'll take the same one. Decrease procrastination and increase my willing to do things. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm actually on the same wave. Increase drive, determination, and focus.
If you think about it, you're actually pulling on the same skill. Because if you're reducing procrastination and then increasing the drive, you're actually separating the that bracket even more by saying, "Oh, I'm increasing drive," so that's you moving up, and then by you removing procrastination, you're moving that back. So you've actually increased the space in your drive.
Yeah, because
by double.
If you really think about it, the only thing that stops people from achieving the goals, it sort of falls into the same category, which is their sort of determination, hunger, perseverance, relentless. So if you could,
I think perseverance is the strongest one.
But yeah, if you could increase that, but then decrease your, but I'll do it Monday, or I'm tired today. If you could decrease that factor, almost everyone in this chat can achieve the goals in less than a few months.
100%.
So yeah, that's my answer for that question.
Perseverance is the most important thing that you ever need
Sure.
in anything.
The powerful vision.
Is that
I've
what
got a question.
Samuel's talking about?
Yeah. You watch
Yeah,
it?
that's why he's saying.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, of course.
It was hard, didn't it?
I heard. And
I want-
touch.
What?
I didn't even know that. I didn't know he was
He
UK.
was. I told you
I
that,
didn't know
man.
he's from. I didn't know it's from British.
That's-
I didn't know it was
Like, he
British.
is. Jerry knows.
You must. Who?
Samuel Ross.
Oh yeah. He's a sick guy. So I got a question. Just the last final question. Since we talk about emotions and thoughts, what would you say is the most powerful and or emotion we should have? Like, should we be happy?
Faith.
Drive with, huh?
What?
Go on, Craig.
Now go and continue.
Like what
What
characteristics?
did you say? Okay, what did you say?
I didn't finish.
What characteristics and attributes should a human have in order to get what they want?
Wait,
Like,
Say
what should
emotions
they?
or
Jerry, do you just want one answer? As like just
No,
one thing?
no, because there's multiple things. Like, should we be honest? Should we be faithful, loving, caring, or what should be what models the perfect person to achieve what they want? What would you say?
faith.
No, but that's different for everyone. Like, if you want to be a religious person, that's different from being like a businessman or like a designer.
God.
I feel like it depends on who you want to be. Because if you want to be a fashion designer, creativity, but then if you want to be religious, obviously honesty and obviously being religious. So I feel like it depends on who you want to be. Depends on your answer.
Let me ask this: what attributes can make someone successful or to achieve that goal?
God.
What do you need in order to achieve that goal?
God.
Action
and God.
Yeah. What are you guys talking about? I'm so confused.
I just say faith, man. That's all.
Action, God, and faith.
Saying
I feel like faith can sometimes make you lazy.
Yeah, because I feel like obviously I'm religious and you guys are religious. Like, don't get me wrong, I am religious. I practice it, but I just don't like hearing people who have big dreams and big goals say like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave it to God because He's gonna do it for me."
I feel
And
like
then they just
easy.
like I just don't. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you can't just leave it to
It doesn't
God.
click.
Like God put brain in you so that you can use it to take action and go
of
for
course.
it. You know, you can't just say like, God, make me rich in 10 years, and then you just sit home and do nothing. So, you know, like that's my complaint.
Yeah, no, action without faith, without action is just dead.
Yeah. I feel like it's just another source of like motivation. It's not really a thing you should rely on. I think the only thing you should rely on is yourself. Like the only thing.
Hold on. I think to a certain degree, yes, you're right. But at the same time, I think I think this is how faith works. Faith is I forgot the definition, but I know it's always in my head.
Living in
but
Christ
faith,
with all your heart.
No, but faith is, mira man. Faith is almost something that, like, yes, you can have faith and be like, oh yeah, God will do it for me, whatever, right? But faith is not. Faith is dead without works. Like what Tina just said, faith is dead without works. So how it works is you put in 50% of that work, and God is supposed to put the rest of that 50%. So you're supposed to.
Tanaka, how do you explain it to the people that don't believe in God? Which is a lot of people.
Or if you don't believe in God, then
how do you have faith if you're an atheist?
Okay. Or if you're an atheist, you don't believe in anything, so you're not going to believe in faith.
You go off your own will. You go off your own drive.
You're not going to believe on
Good
faith
luck on that.
if you don't believe anything.
Your own will is that's. I think will can push you like far away, like far. Like I think it just goes and then stops.
Yeah,
And you have to
man.
you have to continuously go, you know, boost that up and like I don't know.
So everyone, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope, or the podcast here, I should say. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you saw the insight of the boys turning into men. If you did, give us a like and give us a comment of what we should talk about. Share the video with your friends, family.
I'm offended.
I'm sure they'll love to. I'm sure they'll love to see it. And once again, my name is Jake and Jeffrey, the host for today. Thank you, Hamza, for the wonderful, intriguing questions. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.